What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing tonight? Oh my goodness. I am excited to be here. Sorry, I was reading Corey's message. What's up, Corey Massey? Welcome to the Gaming Den. Ace triple Z, or quadruple zero, rather. Almost left off a zero, can't forget that. How's it going, Thrifty? I'm playing a game without a lot of dialogue or anything, so I figured I'd join, probably only in for like 45 minutes or so. Hey, man, appreciate you stopping by. Corey Massey, good review over Lost Soul aside. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you on that one. And then I figured out the frame rate hitch is related to the audio saves, or to the auto saves not loading. It does it whenever there is an autosave. Don't forget the last zero, no doubt. My bad, man. Okay. Oh, dude! That makes sense why it seems to do it whenever you're leaving one area to go to the next. Because it has that hitch right there, because it's doing an autosave, because if you die, that's where you start back right at that section. Dude, okay, that makes a lot more sense. It still shouldn't be there, but at least that makes sense. Also, man, thanks for that, dude. That review... The first impression review was very, very nerve-wracking. I was so torn the whole time. I'd actually been talking to Nate about doing it, and trying to be as unbiased as humanly possible, because we all have our bias, but at the end of the day, like, I really tried to approach it from what I would think of the game critically. But then at the end of the day, I did want to give that score for, like, just what is a gamer going to think of this? What is just somebody who's not an actual, like, nitpicky douche canoe, what are they going to think of that? And honestly, if you're not being super nitpicky, yeah, there's some problems. But overall, the combat system in that game is like the Sandman, and you forget your problems. And so... I really, really had a hard time with that review, just for the simple fact that there's so much nuance that I think goes into talking about if a game is good or not, and we have to define in what context. Are we just doing it in the sense of, hey, the game is great, or hey, just I'm talking to a buddy of mine, or are we doing it in the sense of, hey, I'm trying to put a review together to actually critique the game and to be critical of it and to be kind of in that space. And I think there's merit to both, which is why I discussed both. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about so much more stuff. So, let's dive into what we are here to discuss, because what we're here to discuss is these things right here. 007 got State of Play. Thoughts? Yeah, we're going to discuss that a little bit. Perfect Dark deal, apparently, fell through. Didn't even know there was a deal on the table, so that's interesting. New Steam console. This was revealed about 5 hours ago via a rumor. And, yeah, we're going to talk about it a little bit. But it's a new Steam console. We talked about a little bit at the beginning of the year how if Xbox leaves the console market, then that's going to create like a vacuum that's going to have to be filled up. And we speculated maybe Amazon would try one, maybe Steam would try another, maybe you had Apple that would come in, but, you know, we just kind of just discussed those a little bit throughout the year. I'm just a gamer who plays games. That's right, man. And then the Gamepass effect from one of their own studios. So I really wanted to talk about this because of the Gamepass effect, where do you go from here? Like, what happens next? And so, thought it was pretty interesting. And then PlayStation is #1 on Xbox. Sorry, I just figured I'd throw that in there just for funsies. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm doing the console thing more right, as Jez put on X the other day. Hashtag, am I doing this right? Anyways, guys, to discuss these things, though, we need other people. Because, trust me, you don't want to listen to me for 2 hours straight. It's not good. At least when I'm playing a game, you can watch the pretty pictures. So, let's go ahead and bring in the guest. Before we do that, though, hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, you can hit the join button. You can become a member, pick up your own membership. It's $5 a month. It helps out the channel, helps me out. Yeah, all that fun stuff. And also you can join the Discord where you can hang out with us, talk with us, and do all of that. It is a great time over in there, and we talk about gaming pretty much all the time. And yeah, with that being said, let's get over into the actual people who y'all want to hear from. Hello, everybody. How are y'all? Stephen Leon, that is totally fine. Hero, what's going on, man?
I'm good. I'm very well. Been a while. I think I've been a bit away from the playground for some time. I'm still going through a second digital detox.
Oh,
But apart from
hang
that,
on.
I am,
You've been away from the what
yep,
for a long time?
from the playground.
Oh,
Haven't you
what?
noticed?
Wait. The playground? What? What's that? I don't know what that
Oh my
is.
God.
It's
What do we call that now?
it's the
Because you
gaming
never
den.
changed the name.
What are we doing
But you
here?
never
You did
changed
the
you
logos,
never,
man.
but you never changed the name on Discord, bro.
Yeah, I did too. No, I didn't. No, it's still the playground. No, the gaming. No, it's still the
That's
playground. Yep.
all right. My
Yep.
bad. My bad. I'll correct myself. But you need to change the name. So okay,
Okay.
the gaming den. So
Yep.
I've not been in. I've been in and out because I was going through a midlife situation, not a crisis, just a midlife situation, and I thought, you know what, the noise on social media, the noise on gaming media, the noise on TV media was driving me nuts. And even in my hobby, the book reading area, I was booktube, but also was just driving me. I was like, you know what? I'm cutting out every single voice and focusing on myself, my inner
Okay,
self.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
Good.
Yeah. So I
My
took a
Yeti
bit of
went.
a time out, and I'm doing good. I've been playing Death Stranding 1 still, and I've been playing FC 25, preparing for FC 26. And I've been trying so many different things, reading books. Yeah, so I've been doing those things, watching Star Wars, Star Trek, and I read Fire and Blood recently. So I've been all over the place, not just, I've been enjoying all my hobbies. That's what I've been doing.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're enjoying your hobbies. I'm glad you're doing that reset. Really thought that you wouldn't be able to make it because I knew you were kind of backing off of social media interactions, video game interactions, and things like that. So, really happy to have you on, man. It's a great time, and I'm actually excited to hear some of your thoughts on the stuff tonight. Speaking of people who are supposed to be on and don't get to come on often, we have Stephen Leon here. Glad that you were able to make it on as well, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to be good. Jeez, with all these things with this Yeti thing, it's one of those things.
He said,
Hello?
"Yeah, sorry. Outsider Gaming Night said, is this a Verizon commercial? Why? Can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me now? Never mind. Got it. I'm dumb. Continue. I'm just I'm like, what?
Yes, it is a Verizon commercial. You are part of the promotion outside. Yes, it is. You're
If
not
you
getting
send me
paid.
$100, I will not send you a Verizon phone. Just oh, that's funny. All right. So, Steven, what have you been playing right now?
Right now, I'm playing Path of Exile too. They re-upped it with the Abyssal stuff. Oh my gosh,
And you play
I'm
on
just
PC, don't
locked
you?
in. Yeah, I play on PC. I'm gonna probably jump on and play on PS5 too. I like to do both.
All right. I have a
It's one of
question
those
then.
things. What's up?
I need your brain to figure out why in the heck. So I loaded back in because of the Abyssal stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, I want to play the
Right.
Huntress. I want to see what it's like. I really like it, but it's glitching like nobody's business. I've
It's
tried.
been doing that all. I mean, I've been having even on PC. I've been having stutter,
Yeah, it
tons of stutter.
stutters. It's like it's almost rubber banding almost. Like it's
You might have to go in and you might have to go in to your settings and adjust some of your like some of the FSR stuff.
dude,
That's what I did,
I've
and it
tried every
stopped
setting.
stuttering.
I've done
Mm.
NIS, I've done FSR, I've done Pisser, I've done them all. Like I've tried no upscaling, all the AI. I've tried like, it's so bad.
Uh,
At one point I tried to run it in like ultra frame rate just to see. I was like, okay, that looks terrible. But
So it
also,
can stutter even more. Woo!
it just stuttered even more. I was like, this is some bullshit. So I turned it off, and I was a little pissed because I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was so mad. It's Josh, all the acronyms, hell yeah, man, of course. That's what my
Damn
life
right,
has
we're
become.
kind of
man.
oldish.
That is
Acronyms are the thing. Sheesh.
that's
Back
what
in
my
my day.
life has become. It's SSD, GPU, RTXF, RTFS sometimes, which is read the effing screen for those who don't work in computers. Okay, so
Yeah, what you guys are talking about? Foreign language.
yeah, I mean, listen,
That's my kind of language. I love that language.
it's just
Shoot,
it's
I
how I
understand most of
learned.
it.
So when I was a service writer, it was my first job where I was literally at a desk the whole time, and I would have trouble with our software, and the manager would always come up and he'd just stare at me like I was an idiot, and I'd be like, dude, why are you doing that? He goes, RTFS. It's like, what the heck do you mean RTFS? There's nothing on the damn screen. I thought he was telling me to look for a button that said RTFS because I didn't know the acronym. And it's really funny when you get a person who doesn't know the acronym because you can screw with them for a solid couple days. It's the greatest thing ever. Anyways, he kept telling me this, and finally I was about to break the damn computer, and he comes over and he goes, dude, what's wrong? And I said, it's still not working. I was like, you come over here, you do something, and it's not working. He goes, RTFS. And I was like, what does that? And he goes, read the effing screen. And he points to a little button at the bottom that I'd kept missing the whole freaking time, and I about punched him in the throat. But that's my story for how I learned what RTFS means. And now I scan the damn screen or the iPad or the tablet before I call tech support because I'm like, if there's a button on here that solves all my problems and I'm not the one that's smart enough to find it, I'm gonna feel real dumb. So, anyways,
My new acronym for this last year of my son's schooling is GTFO.
Oh, get the fuck out.
No, sorry, GTFU. That's later. That's a little later down the line when he hits 18. This was just going to be somewhere soon.
That's so freaking hilarious. Okay, let me look at the chat real quick. I'm on a computer screen all day. I refuse to do it in my free time. Hey, listen, I totally get it. My drug of choice is definitely the PS5, but when my kids are on it because of Minecraft, which F that damn game. When my kids are on it because of Minecraft, it becomes, oh, if Thrifty wants to play video games, I either kick them off or I go to this really nice computer that I have in here that can do some pretty cool crap. Speaking of that, Gods and something or another is absolute. I've toyed with doing reviews of PlayStation games, of PC titles. I think of Gods and Demons is I think what it's called, or Lords and Gods or something like that. It is a new Diablo-esque isometric action hack and slash that's coming out, and it's gonna be on Steam, and I can't wait. It looks freaking awesome. I signed up for the open beta and got rejected. Speaking of that, I also signed up for the stupid open beta for, not an open beta, a closed beta on the first one. I signed up for the daggum beta for Marvel Token, and I'm so pissed off I didn't get in. Congrats to every single person in my community who did get in. All of y'all suck. I just want y'all to know that.
You're just slow. It's okay.
I didn't get in too, so fuck everyone else.
Oh,
Yes,
actually. Sorry. Even slower. Yes.
And he's in the future.
I signed up for the damn thing. I signed up for that damn thing
He's
since
in
the first day they
That's the
announced
problem.
it last
You're
year.
in the future, bro. You're like the future person, a day ahead.
I constantly keep checking because I finally was able to access my my old email. I remembered all of my security questions just on a whim one day, like they all came to me. So I went and just typed them all in real quick. ADHD's a weird thing. And so, like, it all worked, and I unlocked my old email. And, yeah, still nothing. I'm so pissed off, and I just checked it again. Oh, well, anyways, whatever. Okay, let's get into our topics tonight. So, I didn't answer what I've been playing. I beat Coffee Talk. Part 1. I have started Coffee Talk Part 2. Do not judge. The games are amazing. I have downloaded Final Fantasy XIV because I feel like I have about 3 more nights of streaming left until I'm done with Lost Soul Aside. And then after that, I have a bit of a break until Ghost of Yotai. So thinking about starting Final Fantasy XIV. Got a couple buddies of mine and a couple of community members in here who are like, hey, listen, just start it. We'll help you. We'll walk you through it. Because the first part of it is daunting. It's a lot of shit to figure out, and when you get out of that first little like character creation screen and get into the main part of the city, once you walk outside, it's like your HUD light, or not the HUD, but it's like the UI just lights up. And there's so much shit that you can go do, and I get lost because I get very distracted very quickly, if y'all did not know. And so, but yeah, did that, playing Lost Soul Aside, just did a first impressions review on that today. It is up on the channel, y'all can go check that out. And yeah, what else have I beaten recently? Nothing. That's it. Sorry, I had to remember. So yeah, then also when pre-orders go live for Coffee Talk Tokyo, I will probably be one of the first ones to pre-order that damn thing, because that series is absolutely wild and crazy. You get visited by an astronaut, and a werewolf, and a vampire, and a tiefling, and a rogue. And it's like a freaking... My wife was watching me play it one night. She goes, this is just like a D&D campaign. And I was like, oh, it is. Like, it just clicked in my head. I was like, oh my god, it is. This is so great. But those things are not why we're here. We are here to talk about news and gaming news and news about gaming and games with news. So, let's do that. We'll start off real quick with this Perfect Dark deal, because that should be a pretty quick, simple, easy topic. Should be a nice little whistle wetter, as it were. And so we're going to go ahead and get into here. I didn't even know this crap was going on.
Is it muted?
Yes, you were muted. That's the first thing I've heard you say. Can you hear me?
No.
Okay. Don't do that. That's not funny.
No, I'm talking to my son, so sorry. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine. It says the stream is experiencing issues. That's not good.
Issues.
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me check on chat. Okay. Thanks, Josh. I'm just getting notifications over here from Streamlabs that my dang thing is going toast. Alright, so Hero said give him a sec, Steven said give him a sec, so, alright, let's give them a sec. Here you go, I'll set it up. So here's the long and the short of it. I keep pressing the wrong button. Guys, I am not a professional. If you want professionalism, y'all can go to a different stream. Check my internet. Internet is actually fine. Hello, Steven?
Like you swallowed the frog.
Said I have to go on Will Stream now.
Have to go on
Unprofessional. Uncouth.
Uncouth. Okay, so Perfect Dark. Apparently Take-Two talks to save Xbox's Perfect Dark reboot reportedly collapsed. What's funny about this is I didn't know there was anything. I didn't know there was anything to collapse. I didn't know there was anything going on. I thought this game was dead and done and gone when they said, hey, Crystal Dynamics, you're getting layoffs. Like, I thought that was the collapse of this, but apparently Xbox, supposedly, somebody, actually, not them, was trying to save the game, which is weird. Yeah, I don't know why. I think I need a new mic. I was actually looking at some at Best Buy today. I think I'm gonna go with mic and just keep my headset for audio. You said Crystal. Okay. Oh, talking about the mic? Okay. So listen to this. Take-Two was reportedly in discussions to save Xbox canceled Perfect Dark reboot, but negotiations recently collapsed over details of a potential deal. That's according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who reports that the collapse of the talks between Microsoft, Take-Two, and Crystal Dynamics owner Embracer resulted in an unspecified number of layoffs at Crystal Dynamics last month. Okay. So this was when it died. We're just now figuring out exactly what what killed it. Like, why did it die? So Crystal Dynamics was co-developing Perfect Dark alongside California-based The Initiative before the game was canceled in July and its developers closed as part of a sweeping layoff across Microsoft. The game, a remake of the classic spy shooter from developer Rare, was announced in 2020 and featured in last summer's Xbox Showcase. Holy shit, I forgot about that. Last summer's Xbox Showcase and now canceled. Gone. Microsoft confirmed a significant wave of layoffs this summer, which reportedly saw as much as 4%, or roughly 9,100 of the company's total employees across all departments, including gaming, affected. All right, so Crystal Dynamics. So this was on X. This was positioned in the sense of Crystal Dynamics approached Take-Two. And Take-Two canceled discussion or stopped discussions with Crystal Dynamics. Like it was almost put forward that Microsoft didn't give a shit about what was going on. This article does say that the discussion was between Microsoft, Take-Two, and Crystal Dynamics owner Embracer. So it wasn't even Crystal Dynamics at the table. It was Embracer, Take-Two, and Microsoft. This is part of the reason why reading is so damn important, because even Hero, you and I tell everybody, generally speaking, I don't read the articles before I talk about them because I like having a fresh take on the articles. If you want content that's been combed over and edited out and been refined a bit, go watch the videos. This is for fun talking and having a blast. And so I try to be as on the edge of it and as like ad-libby as possible. Fresh, yeah. And so ad-libby. I don't even know if that's a word. Anyways, and so I was under the assumption that this was Crystal Dynamics going, hey, listen, Perfect Dark is a really good IP. Can you please go ahead and take it? Look at all the shit we've already done. Please help us out and take this. And then Take-Two was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. And Microsoft's over here going, we don't want anything to do with it either. We're out. That's not exactly how it happened, but that is how it seemed to be portrayed on social media earlier. So, because of that, let's talk about this a bit. So, Steven, we'll start with you. Perfect Dark gets canceled. Holy shit, Steven, you'll start with yourself. Fine. Steven Leon gifted 10 members. Oh, he hit Hero.
I even got Hero.
He got Hero. He got Hero, Leech, Skyjin, JC, Raichi. Hey, shout out to freaking Raichi. Guys, Raichi is a gamer who has been watching my live stream of Lost Soul Aside since the very first night. There has been a couple days where he's the only person in there. And so, shout out to Raichi. Glad to see he got a membership. Juice, David, Zilla Nation, Paco King, and Byron Cutler. Byron Cutler was actually one of my very first subscribers. So, it's really good to see some of these names on here. It really helps keep me grounded and see who keeps coming back. So, thank y'all so much. And Steven, thank you. You didn't have to do that to talk. You're on the panel. I was coming to you anyways. But you did just hit the goal.
I have to pay my tithe, you know. I got to pay my tithe.
That's
for
right.
Being on.
Okay, so he hit the goal. What does that mean? That means
aggressively gifted games.
Aggressively gifted games. That's right. So what that means is now we get a encore stream after tonight's stream. This will be the last week because I have to go back and be an adult next week and go back to work. This is the last week that I can do an encore stream directly after. We're just going to move it to Thursday night though, okay? So like we're just going to shift it from one night and move it over to the other. So we'll still have the member stream.
Basically resign.
Basically resign, that's right. Stream Doki Doki tonight. Is it a game okay for streaming?
Doki.
That's the...
Doki Doki's a bit sus.
Depends
on which one you got.
That's what I'm...
If you like schoolgirls, don't ask me how I know. But if you like school...
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you say that and not feel like a weirdo?
You can't.
I like girls in school. How about that?
All right. So, Steven, what do you think about this, man? Take-Two even said, hey, listen, we're pretty good at what we do over here, but even we don't want this. Like, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I think Microsoft cut it off. I think they wanted to buy the. I think Take-Two wanted to actually buy the IP. That's what I've been seeing people in there. Like I think Josh mentioned that a little bit too. I'm with him. I mean, it looks like they were trying to get it from them. But you know how Microsoft is. They like to hog and hold everything into themselves. It's like you're doing nothing with it, like Sony has with all their other IPs. You're doing nothing with it. Put something out. Let somebody take over. Let them do something with it. If not buy, let them publish it. But I have a feeling Microsoft just said, nah, I'm good. Probably asking for too much.
Listen, I'm a Cowboys fan. I understand asking for too much for a trade and then not getting all of it. It really sucks. So, Hero, what about you, man? Now that we've gotten some more context, what do you think about this?
When this news first broke, or when I first saw it about 2 days ago on Twitter, I just saw it like, oh, Crystal Dynamics was trying to revive the franchise before it was shut down. I didn't really read it, but it was just today that I actually read the article, and what I saw there as well, the first impression was Crystal Dynamics. Then reading a little bit deeper, you see that it was actually Microsoft Microsoft Embracer and Take-Two all working together trying to renew the franchise. The first thing I have to say is it always sounds stupid to me the way they shut down IFI Rush and their studio Tango Gameworks and then were able to sell it afterwards. It just seems backward, and it seems like the same thing was about to happen here. But the difference is they were not going to sell the studio. It was all about the IP, and clearly Stephen got it right. They didn't want to let go of the IP, even though it's like a 30-year-old IP or more, and they've not done anything with it, and they will not do anything with it. There should be a reason. I don't understand why they didn't want Take-Two to have it, because what I pick out from here was Take-Two wanted probably full ownership of the IP, and likely Microsoft wanted some sort of sharing arrangement, which makes sense if it's going to go beyond video games. Perfect Dark is good for anime, it's good for animation, and it will probably translate into a sci-fi series at some point, TV series. Maybe that's why they don't want to let it go, which makes sense. So that's what I'm gleaming from here, that it's all about the future analysis of how much money this franchise could be worth. I don't give a damn. I just wish they had actually sold the IP, because I don't give a damn. I never played it before in the past, but the reveal was so good that got me interested in first person. I really like to try this out. This is sci-fi. I love sci-fi. It's sad. I don't care about the people that lost their jobs. God forgive me. But for something that was announced 6 or so years ago, or was it 8 years ago, and still in doldrums, it's fine. It's fine. It's gone. Nothing to add.
It's like Skillbound. They destroyed that. It looked promising. I was looking forward to playing. I wanted to play it. It looked great. It was right up my alley. D&D, dragons, things like that. Little modern fling. And they killed it. I mean, nothing can be done with it. You're right. How can you care when something's not even gonna be produced at all? You can't care about something that's not gonna be there.
Oh, no,
Kind of
no,
remind me. It harkened me back to Anthem, because that's what they did. They did an Anthem. They put out something that wasn't really a playable game,
oh no.
because it wasn't even, and they fudged it. They messed up on it. I wouldn't mind seeing a Perfect Dark done again. I mean, I didn't play it before, like Hero, but it's just one of those things. Like you want to see something different come out, and that was a little different.
Yeah. So you said something that you can't really. What did you say? You said you can't miss something that didn't come out, or you can't.
Yeah.
You can't miss something that you'd never had.
Okay.
To say
okay.
that.
Cool.
Yeah, I never had it. Steven never had it in the past, so.
No.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the downside, because Embracer and Tencent have kind of screwed me over a couple times now. Once was with Tomb Raider. F them. I'll never forgive them for that. The other one is Deus Ex. Screw you for also coming out, buying the studio, and then teasing that now that you're there, you're going to do the Deus Ex franchise the right way. I believe the direct quote was, "Time to do a Cyberpunk game correctly." And that got my little Deus Ex fanboy ass going, yes! Yes! I can't wait! We're getting a Deus Ex! Did y'all see that? We covered it on the show, actually. I was so excited about it. One little line. Because I was so excited about that franchise. And then, guys, we're just kidding. Oh, hey, Tomb Raider? Yeah, that's not happening either. We're going to go ahead and give it off to somewhere else. Oh. Okay. So the game that I was hoping for in 4 years is now going to take another 7. Awesome. This is great. And now, with the way these companies seem to be churning through IP and just buying it to bleed it, it makes you wonder if any of that's ever going to actually come out. And for me, yeah, I have my 3 Tomb Raider games with the DLC that from the reboots that I absolutely love. But, like, is that where that franchise in video gaming ends? And I really hope not. But when these companies keep buying up the IPs and then churning through them like they are, like Josh brought up a good point. If Crystal Dynamics was so enthralled, or if Perfect Dark was such a good IP, why didn't Embracer just buy it from Microsoft outright? Like, that's the other thing you have to look at. And I didn't even think of that angle. That's fresh tonight. Hey, what's up, Raichi? Good to see you, man. Okay, so Raichi, this is why I like Raichi. I didn't tell y'all this about him, but he says, Raichi says, I am an Xbox guy, and in my opinion, my community overhyped Perfect Dark the same way they overhyped Redfall. So, yeah, probably. but I mean, we did have people who were hyping Concord. So, it happens on both sides. Steven, Hero, do y'all have anything to add to this before we kind of move on? No? Cool. Let's go.
Let me just add one quick thing. I'm tired of one particular thing. It's one thing to learn from acts or leaks about games in development that get cancelled. It's another thing for a game to get announced, revealed the game, showcased, and then cancelled.
That's showcased again.
That's the same. Yeah, that's the same thing. For me, it stands on the same level as Factions Online or whatever that was. Even though that was just an artwork that we saw, right? It's the same thing. Stop announcing games if you're not yet sure. Yes. You have to be sure that it's coming out within a 10 months to maybe a 16-month period before you actually announce them. That's the right way to do these things, because you paint your organizations in a bad light, and we lose trust of the hardcore audience. You actually lose the trust. It's happened to me already. I was always a casual, and I slowly became a bit of a hardcore casual. And what's happening to me while I'm canceling pre-orders and I'll just wait for a sale, is because there's no point. I'm not supporting anymore. I'm buying what I want to enjoy. So if you're not ready to make games that are good and stand on ground of what you've told us you're going to do, the money is going to go away. It's just going to go away. Yeah. So I'm angry, obviously, and I didn't care about Perfect Dark, but I'm seeing the pattern. It's not just Microsoft. It's every one of them. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah, I've been chomping at the bit for Wolverine. That's one of those are Wolverine, with the Hulk, hopefully appearing. But it's like one of those things. Like, come on, man, just put it out. Let's see it. You got it. Just see it. Stop holding back. It's one of those things. It's like, are you kidding me? And I agree with her Hero though. I mean, it's like, why are you putting things out, and then you cancel it? You're getting all your people hyped. And actually, right now, I feel bad for the true Xbox fans. Like Rishi. Like Reishi, I feel bad for people like that, because they were looking forward to this thing. They had all these promises that they were putting out, and then they got it, a rug pulled out from under it. Psych, no problem, get out of here. Sorry, pal. Have a nice day. And it's like, and then they're pumping up. Well, if we're not going to get their ROG Ally X with the X button on it, and it's like, you're not going to be able to play your games. This is all the bull crap they're doing. It's kind of, I'm starting to feel like I'm getting like Jez, man. It's like just freaking want to rant and rave and just get angry about this. I mean, I know I say be patient, but fudge. Why, how can you when there it is, Sony and Microsoft is pulling our chains? Sorry, guys,
Okay.
if you're still there.
It's good to rant.
Man, yes it is, man. Yes it is.
You can hear Thrifty typing as well. Aggressive typing.
Yep, he's the aggressive aggregate guy. You know.
Yeah, that's a good one. AAG, aggressive aggregate guy. That's a good one. He's preoccupied.
Oh, it's probably one of his sons came up to him and said, "Hey, what's
Yeah,
up? Hey, Dad."
if his wife was at home right now, I would think maybe something else was going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever something else could be.
But it's good to talk to you, my friend. I haven't heard you in a while, so it's good to have you back. I can understand why you could step away, you know, and not do anything.
I just had to reevaluate. Sorry guys, but this is had to reevaluate my choices and not really playing the games. I'm like, okay, I think I've turned into a supporter of gaming rather than a gamer per se, and I need to change that.
I'm with you, bro. I get caught up with like Destiny, and then I get caught up with like right now with Path of Exile. These are just two games I love playing, but I have other games I need to play. And if you haven't seen on Thrifties, I bought the collector's edition of Metal Gear, and I'm about
I
to
bought the
open it up
deluxe
and show
edition,
everybody.
and it's on. It's right now. It's just unwrapped. It's
Yeah, I know.
unwrapped.
Right now, it's just sitting there. Like I'm looking at it right now. Have Gears of War, and also have a Metal Gear for my son. So his mic died. Oh shoot. All right, so let's see if I can take over for 50, or we can tag team this real quick.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's aggressively take over this podcast.
New Steam console. I really didn't hear anything about that.
Okay.
What's going on with that?
So that was shared in the Discord, I think about an hour or two ago, and I did see the initial documentation. It doesn't. I don't know how to read tech filings very well, right? So it seems like Steam is planning on, someone in chat should correct us if we get this wrong, but it seems like Steam is planning on a whole suite of new tech gadgets in gaming. I don't see where it actually says console specifically, but clearly, if it's saying tech gadgets in gaming, you have PlayStation with their console, then you also have them with their controllers and their mics and accessories and all that. It looks like that's what they've applied to do. So, in effect, this is likely a big plan they're planning on rolling out within the next probably 1 year to 18 months, probably from that kind of fighting. When you see that kind of fighting, usually within a year, the news starts to leak. The what's it called? The dev, what's that thing called? The dev kit. Yeah, the dev kit starts to go out and things like that. So it's possible. Warwana would have a good idea. If chat right now. No, he's not. I don't think he's in chat right now. But
I think
Warwana would know.
he probably would have said about the dev kits, and to look at what I went into Discord and looked at it. It looks like the same one they tried like freaking 10 years ago. They tried to do this a while back, and it was one of those things that failed. I mean, it failed miserably. I don't know whether or not that this is gonna work out, or how this is gonna work. They're they've done this before, and it's interesting. Yeah, Steam Machine. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, thank you.
Old school Steam
But
machine.
yeah, the Steam machines. They had different levels of them, and that's what I'm thinking Microsoft is going to do too. If you really think about it, that's the exact same thing. They're copying Steam, what they did before, the Steam machine, and this is going to be the Xbox machine, but it's going to be the Xbox something.
Steam Frame is what they've called it. Just like Joshua said, so it's a different number of peripherals that really sound and seem consolified. And like you said, the Steam machine, which I wasn't aware of back in the late 90s, early 2000s or whatever, they did the Steam machine and didn't succeed with that. I don't see this one really failing per se, if they price it right. I think it all comes down to pricing. because you need
They
a
have
casual
to hit
market
that
in order to
pricing
succeed.
point. Yeah, they have to basically hit that pricing point. That 499,
Avoid
599 kind of
600.
point.
Avoid
Yeah,
600 as much as yeah.
avoid 600, 499. They're not going to do 399. I don't see that unless they have like the S version, which is kind of the lower end PC versions with a lower end, like maybe a 6-core chip or something like that, or with AMD 6-core chip, or they're going to go Intel. I wouldn't go Intel because they're not
Hello?
as good as they used to be.
Yeah,
They
Intel of
they
course.
they
Can
they,
y'all
they
hear me
did
now?
destroy themselves, but their chiplet setting, they could go with a, I mean, depending on how big it is, they can do something with it. They could put a discrete graphics card in it instead of having a AIO. Not AIO. That's
IO. Is it IO?
IO.
Input output?
Hey,
Yeah,
can y'all hear me?
they're
I know the
they're
chat can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
I can't remember.
No, they can't.
Sorry guys. But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. If they could just do that, have it run, and then have it run games like
Hello?
like I play Path Exile with the controller, because it's easier. I don't use the keyboard at all, even though I have a nice well-built PC, but I like the controller because
Yeah.
it kind of makes some of the moves easier to
Hello?
perform.
So this is
Hello?
Thrifty. This is all a bit of speculation right now based on
That's
the
fine. Can
little
y'all hear
leak
me
that
now?
we have, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, thank the
But
Lord
what I'm
Jesus.
thinking is the only way this shut up. I'm talking.
My bad.
The only way this would actually really succeed quite easily is if there's, I'm not as techy as others, but if there's a way to actually ensure that the current Steam library, PC Steam library, has a bit of like an overlay and can actually work. Someone like me who likes to just sometimes just buy games, right? And I do own a few Steam games now also. I just don't talk about it. If they can actually have that library work on a device that is so consolidified, even if it's as simple as something like an Apple TV box, but Steam, I'm more likely to spend money on that as a third device. I'm just not going to buy a Microsoft device because I don't
All
like
you'd have to
Windows
do
either.
is adapt Steam Picture, big picture.
They can do
Adapt
that.
to be
Then.
there be that freaking, so it can be more immersive, make it a little easier, make it a little bit better for people. Because I like big picture. It's kind of cumbersome sometimes when you look at it, but because I'm used to the old Steam, the Steam stuff, Steam store.
Yeah.
All right, Rifty, back to you. Sorry about that,
See,
but I
Thrifty,
need to
we
be
took over for a
aggressive.
little bit.
No, you are totally fine. A little pissy person from down under over here. All right. So no, I don't literally. So a setting changed literally midstream without me doing anything. It removed my mic as my default input. I have no idea how it did that. Like, no idea. That's great.
What happened. I think that's what happened with my Yeti. It was working, like the last time I was on. It's working. Now it's like, what the heck? I couldn't even activate it. I couldn't even do anything. I was where you were, and then I said, forget it. I got a mic on this headset I have, and boom, I'm on.
So here's the thing. Here's what's
Ranted,
more
raved, and be
interesting to
retarded.
this.
I mean, a turd.
A turd. So this is what's more interesting to me on here is that, one, if they don't change this controller design, the damn thing is sunk immediately. First off, foremost, just don't do that controller again. That thing was hideous. And I looked at the Steam machine for 0.2 seconds until I saw the controller and was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm totally fine. That looks like some space age bullshit. I don't want that.
Yeah.
And so, the
It was
other
built for
thing, though,
accessibility. It would have worked for you though.
oh
Right?
yeah,
Accessibility.
oh yeah, sure.
Because you're a bit.
Yeah. So the other thing that I think is interesting is this is all part and parcel with the kind of the timeline that the console industry goes through, right? Like, you have Nintendo and you had Sega. Well, then PlayStation came in. Sega left. There were some others in between there that tried to start up as the third and left. PlayStation came in. Then you had Nintendo, PlayStation, Sega. Well, we all know PlayStation ate Sega for breakfast because of some bad decisions at Sega. Also, PlayStation had a chip on their shoulder from what happened with Nintendo, so they were coming out a bit more aggressive than I think they probably would have if that chip wouldn't have been there on their shoulder. Then you move forward, Sega drops out. That leaves a vacuum. Microsoft comes in. That is also then fast forward a few years when you start getting Steam. Steam starts coming in and going, hey, we can do this. And then it's like, hey, no, you can't. So Steam's like, all right, cool, we'll go back over here. No big deal. Well, now we have Xbox, who is getting kind of pushed out of that console sector, and it creates a power vacuum. And just like we had talked about before, that now you have the big hitters who's coming out with something. Are we going to get an Amazon one, a Steam one, whatnot? This makes total sense why Steam would look at the situation and go, hey, listen, we actually have quite a few games that come over to Steam that people really enjoy playing. They know that because when the Steam-only games come over to PlayStation, they generally sell pretty well. Like, they just do. So they're like, hey, what if we can capture that first? What if we can capture that at the beginning for us, all the way, all the time? Easy way to do that is go ahead and try to get a console in the living room. And then if you can have it pair up with your Steam Deck, then you have the best of both worlds where you're offering a handheld that can actually play natively, hello Xbox, and you're also offering a console version that would hopefully link up to your Steam Deck in some sort of Bluetooth over-the-air partnership. I think that if it's done correctly, and not with that god-awful controller that looks like E.T. vomited on a controller, like,
Jesus.
if you don't use that and actually deliver a competent machine at, here's the thing that Steam's going to have a hard time with, at a relatively competitive price point, I think that you will be perfectly fine in the console space. You will be the third console. It will push Microsoft to become just a full-on third-party publisher. We talk about it, we allude to it, we expect that's where they're at, but this would actually, I think, push them to do that. Then you would get Xbox Game Pass on all platforms. You would have it on your Steam, what is this thing called? The Steam Frame. You would have it on PlayStation, and you would have it on
your Steam Deck also.
On your Steam Deck, PC. But even probably at that point, I think they might even try to put it on Nintendo. And I'm not even kidding. Like, if Nintendo can figure out how to make these games run, and I'm not even talking about run good, but just run, you could probably put it over there. But, like, that's what, I think that's where this is headed. I think they will make a run at it. We've been seeing rumors for Steam doing this since, like, February of this year. So we just now have a name for it. And Raichi said the last Steam machine was made by overpriced Alienware and could only run Linux games. Yeah. The article does go on to state that it's weird because what you're seeing in the leaks is it running Windows in the background, which doesn't make much sense because they do point out that they would want to probably put it on Linux OS because it would be the Steam operating system. But we don't know anything else beyond, hey, there's this rumor, it's getting more serious now we have some patents in place and things like that. So anyways, we will keep up to date on that and what's going on. I do fully believe that this is a good time for somebody to come into the space, so let's see how they do. Alright, let's go over to the chat real quick and see what we have going on over there. I use that controller, it sucks ass, I bet it does. It looks terrible. It literally looks terrible. It's like they took E.T.'s eyes and put two little handles on them and said, here you go. Have fun.
It's touch sensitive. I think it looks like a touch sensitive.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make. It sounds good on paper, but some things sound good on paper until you try them out. This should have died in prototype stage.
It really should have. But
as a UX designer, I see this all the time. So whenever I'm designing applications, usually corporate level applications, enterprise level applications, I'm always telling the developers, I know my ideas are probably far out there. Just let me know early if it's likely not to work, but let us test. Right, I need to rein my ideas in because we think in a very crazy way. The people that designed this were too future-centered not to think of the now. They were thinking of 2024, 2044 or something like that, which Oh, it's too Star Trek.
Okay, so Raichi
Well, I mean,
brought
it
up a
sounds
good
like
point.
it sounds like. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Raichi brought up a really good point, and I really hope this doesn't happen, which is I'm responding to him now. He said doing the same strategy but with a different approach could work. Sony is making its own Series S for next gen, and I believe it'll work very well. So the problem with that, Raichi, is nobody on the Sony side is saying yes, that's a good idea, because we all saw what happened to Microsoft this generation. Like, it bottlenecked all of their development. It made it to where third-party developers had to try extra hard and do extra steps just to put a game on their hardware. The most recent one that I can think of is Black Myth Wukong. There was another couple games after that were smaller titles. Before that, you had Baldur's Gate 3. Hell, Forza had a problem getting its own shit to work right on the Xbox because of the issues with the Series S. Like, I think it was Forza. Was it? It might have been Forza that didn't. It didn't do co-op or
I
split
think it
screen
was
or
Forza.
something like
Yeah,
that.
it was Forza.
But like
Forza.
all of these issues come out, and it's because everybody looks at the Series X and goes, "Yes, I can build on that. That's awesome. We can definitely use that. That's cool." And then they go, "But hey, the little buddy over here needs to be included also." And so because of that,
Oh shit.
all the games get made for little buddy and get downgraded for little buddy and get upscaled for the Series X. It should have never been that way. And if Sony goes that route, they're pretty dumb. Like, that's pretty stupid. Unless what we're actually seeing is some form of like console and then handheld. That's the only way that makes sense.
Anyway.
Because if I hold a little 12-inch wide device in my hand that has a 9-inch screen on it that can play my new PlayStation games on it, then really I'm expecting a little bit of a downgrade in performance. I'm expecting a bit of downgrade in frame rate, and expecting a little bit of a different presentation than what I get just playing on the PlayStation. Same thing happens with the Portal. Like, as much as I love the Portal, it's a lesser resolution and a very capped frame rate. Like, you can't go anywhere above 60. You can't do that. It doesn't even do 40. It does 60. So, like, you have all of these things that when you hold a Portal, you're like, oh, okay, I am getting, quote-unquote, the same game. It is a bit of a trimmed-down experience when it comes to presentation because the Portal just can't push out those graphics. So if that's the scenario that we're going to have, that makes sense. But if they try to do two SKUs on the main console and one is less powerful, I don't think they're ready for the smoke that they would get from PlayStation Nation. I really don't. Like, we're already a bunch of cagey-ass people over here. So, like, we're waiting for the one thing to hit the hornet's nest and just to make everybody pissed off. That's all we're doing. Like, because you still have people inside this little hive we've got over here still griping over a $50 price increase. You have people still griping over Concord. You got people still like selling their PlayStations.
That Concord died already. Jeez,
I'm just telling you, like,
beating that dead horse, man.
The PlayStation Nation right now, they are a bunch of volatile people. So we just.
We are. Seven Kingdoms. That's what the PlayStation Nation is right now. It's a number of divided people.
And we aren't the Starks. We're more like the Lannisters.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All the money in the world.
Yep.
I want to add something after. I think Stevie wanted to say something, so I want to add something.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that strategy of them putting out. They already showed their strategy already with the Pro. They're going to put out a digital system, and you're going to be able to add on a CD drive to it. There's going to be maybe 2 levels of CD digital systems, and there's going to be one a little bit more powerful, and then the Pro. That's their strategy. The thing is also what they're doing now with the digital version right now is they're dropping it down back to 825. If you haven't heard the news, just recently, they're dropping it back down to save money. I don't understand how that's saving.
That's
money.
Also a rumor. That's
because
not
the
confirmed
RAM
yet.
Is not that that particular what the hard drive in it is not really that expensive.
Now the
Right
SSD,
now,
nah.
everything is SSD is not that expensive. It's just them trying to latch on to the tariff propaganda that's out there. It's like, oh, tariffs, oh my gosh, we gotta put more pricing or reduce something. Bullcrap. You don't. You could just you can just eat it and you're still making money and you're gonna still make profit off it.
You
It's just corporations being corporations.
God, I just heard what you said. You could still eat it. Shit. Do you know who you're talking about? Like, yes, they could in theory, but like, they're not.
Yeah, Sony.
There's... Are you kidding me? These are the people who let my information
they
get
do it
hacked.
when they release a console.
I'm just saying, these are the folks who let my information get hacked, and I got a I'm sorry, here's extra PlayStation Plus membership. Like, they're
It's
not.
the tokeniness.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
They're not
he's
giving money
getting on my nerves,
away
too.
at all. No, listen, I found out something that really
Toki's getting
pissed
on
me
my
off.
nerves.
Did you know that Sony was the one who set the price for Lost Soul Aside at $60? I
Wow.
swear to God, I fully
Not surprised.
believe.
They're the publisher, so not surprised.
I fully
They
believe.
should have
So
did 49.
they should have. They should have given it 3 more months to
$40
cook.
max.
They should have given it 3 more months to cook and then made it $50. That's what they should have done. Anyways,
Yes.
Sony will not eat it at all. Absolutely, Josh. They ain't doing shit.
They do that at the beginning of their console shit because they'll put out a console, they'll lose money on it, and then they'll start making money because the actual pieces inside that console are less than they were before, and they're going to still
Yep.
make money off of it eventually.
Yep.
They make money off at the beginning of the console generation, they make money off of the games. So if you have great games, they'll make money. Problem is the hardware that's in it is obsolete at this point in time, and doesn't cost that much to put in there. I'm sorry, I build PCs. Please. Even with mine, I could build something for about less and it can run just as well.
So it's funny you mentioned that because I was about to actually piggyback on what you had just said. So we are actually looking for a PC for my kid for school because we want to get him a PC. He's interested in like coding and stuff and things like that. And there's Minecraft software that you can purchase. It's curriculum essentially because we homeschool. So it's curriculum for them to where they can actually like teach them coding through like Minecraft. And so that's actually really cool. It's a really cool program, all of that. It gets them in the door in coding and sets them up for a decent future and something that he's actually really excited about. Anyways, long story short, I bought my PC a year and a half ago. I get on and I see, oh, here's a $1,000 gaming PC. And I do exactly what I did with my PC, except this time I didn't have to call Nate because I figured it out from last time what to do. So I start looking at the GPUs, the CPUs, and all this other stuff. All the U's I'm looking at. And I find one that comes with a 5060. So I'm like, okay, I know that's the very lowest end, no big deal. Let me see how it compares to mine. Now, mind you, mine is not a 5060. I don't remember what the heck mine is, but it's NVIDIA something. Or not NVIDIA, it's a AMD something or other. And anyways, I type in both numbers on like a parts comparison website, and his is actually like between my GPU and his GPU, same price on the PC, by the way, $999.99. It's what I paid for both PC, or what I would be paying for both PCs. So listen to this crap. I sit there, and his is like 12 GPUs ahead of where mine is at the lowest end of the newest hardware. Mine cost like $180 is what my GPU is. His costs $300 if you just part it out, right? So what that tells me is a year and a half ago, mine probably cost $300. Guess what fucking happened? The price of the hardware went down, or at least stayed the same. And actually, you're getting
chip price
right.
went down, yeah.
Right, you're getting better performance at the same price that I paid, which is generally how technology goes. That's why you can get a PS4 for $400 and then a PS5 for $500 and have that's actually a bad example, and have a larger increase in performance. because you're getting all of this stuff that can be done at a smaller or at a reduced price point because technology advances. Anyways, that was a long way about to say they could if they wanted to, but they're not going to. It's good.
No incentives, yeah.
There's none.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of a Totoki thing, man. He's a penny pincher. He's a money counter, bean counter.
well, and it's a pendulum swing,
Profit.
right? It's a
Yeah.
pendulum
Yeah.
swing from Jim Ryan, because that dude would just write checks left and right and be like, yeah, sure, go do this. Yeah, fine, do that. Yeah, great, do this. And it kind of bit him in the ass. Like,
Do you know we've seen this before? More techie people would probably remember, but we've seen this before, where one brand becomes so beloved. One tech brand becomes so beloved. Everything they do is overpriced, but their users are very satisfied. They start making more models and more extensions of their devices, start increasing prices. It's happening. This is the second phase is happening right now. I'm talking about Apple.
Nvidia.
Right. Apple.
And
Nvidia
also, too.
Nvidia is going to fall soon also, but they have the AI world that might be helping them stay where they are. But Apple did this before Steve Jobs came back. Too many products, way too many products, all overpriced, and then suddenly your addressable market, as large as they might have been at the time, decide that, you know what, I'm good with what I have. I'm not just going to spend any more money. I'm good. Then it crashes. They revamp themselves. They've come back. They're now having more line extensions because they're trying to catch the market again. And what's going to happen again, inevitably, is, yeah, we're good. We're not spending any more money. So the Totokiness, so to speak, like Jess says, the truth of the matter is that when you try to gouge your customers consistently, continuously, without giving enough back, you will start to lose them without them complaining. There are people like myself. That's why I'm tired of social media. I generally do not complain. I talk to my friends. I'm tired and I just walk away. I don't need to bitch and moan. I'll just walk away. And that's the majority. That's the casual market. They usually do not complain, but the hardcore spend the money more in any field, in the book area, in golfing, in gaming, and watching movies. I don't go to the movies to watch Marvel movies anymore because I'm already paying for HBO Max. I've gotten to the point where
Same here.
Disney, as an example, have betrayed me so much that I've gotten tired of defending them. Xbox have learned the hard way. PlayStation are on FAFO, and I can guarantee in my heart, right, not statistics, but in my heart, that there's a failure coming around the corner. And this may be the sort of failure that they can't recover from. I know we're not talking specifically about that, but the signs are all there right now. Issue is about to repeat itself. And if Steam get their act very, very right, if they do, there's going to be a massive problem for PlayStation. Because gamers are usually, look, console war is good. We like to just joke around. But gamers, right, we're actually loyal to the games we play, not to the people that make them. We don't actually care about the developers. We don't actually care about the companies. We care about the actual
we care about the
product.
IP. We
So,
care about the IP. We
yeah.
care, which is why
IP,
when
yeah.
Embracer
Good IP.
when Embracer bought Tomb Raider and Deus
what was
Ex,
that?
Guys, I'll be right back.
Dukes.
yeah,
Deus
like
Ex, yeah.
I was so freaking excited because I was like, oh, sick! I'm gonna get another one in that area. Like, I wasn't thinking, oh man, it's not gonna be the exact same people. Hell no! I was like, this is gonna be great. I can't wait. But you're right, man. We don't follow necessarily studios. I follow one studio. Well, I follow a couple actually. Just being honest, but it's because
Yeah,
one of
there were
them,
like 5 or so.
right? Because one of them is Insomniac, and those folks are goated. The other one that I follow is Square Enix because, dear God, I hope they can get their act together, and they're more of a publisher, anyways. I can hope they can get Final Fantasy together and Kingdom Hearts. Like their HD 2D stuff is chugging along great. I need some of their higher fidelity things to do better. But like I follow those two with 100% certainty, no doubt in my mind. But I've also been following a lot of like smaller games. I've been really following since I played Metro, Deep Silver and what used to be Volition. I've been following those guys because they made Metro, and I really enjoyed that series. It was a first-person game that I really liked. But like, I just want the IP, and that's why I said you're talking about FAFO for Sony, and that's why one of the things that I had pointed out last week, like we're gonna have to wait and see how Ghost of Yotai actually lands, and how it is actually received. Because here's the deal: we can talk all the predictions we want, all the things we want. It's a banger, it's a tentpole IP, it's gonna do great, it's gonna be blah 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 blah. The reality is that Sony sequels this gen have not sold as much as the previous games have.
PS4 gen, yeah.
And so I understand market, I understand penetration rates. Trust me, I've made those arguments before on here. That was back when PlayStation was at 50 million consoles. That's back when they were at 40 million consoles. They are now what, 85, 90 million, close to 80, something like that. Like I expect a game like Ghost of Yotai to do 5 to 7 million out of the gate. Like, and if it doesn't, I think Sony has to look at that and really question. Ghost of Yotai is going to get you. Oh, I'm already getting it. Like, that's the other thing. I'm not sitting here as somebody who's just going to talk shit about the game and never touch it. Like, I'm there day one. If I wasn't going to a convention at the end of September, I would be taking off launch weekend. But I'm already going to be going to a convention that's taking money from that, so I can't, or that's taking my vacation time. And so, like, I'm not saying this as somebody who is out on Sony or down on Sony. I like it. I just think that the general public is not favoring PlayStation IP the way that they used to. What do you think, Hero?
I just agree. You basically reflected my mind in everything you said just now. I just really agree.
Like, Steven, are you back?
Oh, is Steven gone? I didn't realize.
Yeah, he said he had to step away for a second.
He's
Okay.
not stepping away. He's going to weekly play some Path of Exile. That's what he's doing. The guy's addicted.
Hey, listen, I can stalk every single one of y'all's asses on Discord. I can see exactly what you're doing. So don't put it past me. I'll look over and see. Like, I'm not gonna name names, but like I can tell who's watching like anime, what they're doing. Like, yeah, it's weird. It's a really creepy way to keep.
How do you link Discord to PlayStation? Or I don't know how that's done. Do I have to pay for Nitro to do that?
No, all you have to do is go to PlayStation settings, go to linked services, and link Discord.
Okay, I'll do that.
I don't fully understand how that works. You would have to talk to Will. They use Discord chat a lot on their stuff. I don't fully know how it works because I just use party chat when I'm on there.
Yeah, I use party chat all the time too. Well, Discord is better. At least you won't lose your account.
Oh,
it's getting dangerous.
Listen,
Pedal Rock never responds to chat on PlayStation ever, but responds in Discord.
Okay. So, Outsider Gaming Night said, I'm getting...
Next topic.
Yeah, he said, I'm getting Ghost of Yotai and planning on beating it. Josh Ayers said he'll platinum Ghost and he'll do it on the PlayStation. Yeah, Discord shows everything if you're linked. My friend on PC always knows what I'm playing. Hey, me too, man. Y'all are able to see when I'm in like a different chat block or something. Like, if I'm playing a Magic game or something using spell tables, sometimes we'll use Discord chat to do so. Y'all can see all that. Nothing is hidden. And honestly, listen, if if you're gonna use that as anything other than oh, that's cool, person X is doing that, then you have more problems in your life than I do. And y'all can have a fun time.
Let me actually add something. And this is a me problem, right? I've been doing a bit of a research of late with the collector's editions that Sony has been putting out. And like you mentioned earlier on, that the fact that the sequels to the big games from PS4 gen have not sold as well, even though they've actually cost more to produce. And they're actually on a bigger graphical and sometimes gameplay scale as well. One thing I've noticed is the last few collector's editions, aside from the Spider-Man one, they've not sold out quickly. Death Stranding 2 collector's edition, I can still buy it now. In fact, I can buy it now for $100 less if I go to eBay. eBay, rather than spending more, I'll spend less if I wanted that now. That's under Australian dollars anyway. I've noticed that, and I think it's going to happen with Ghost of Yotei as well. It's still not sold out. Usually, and I have a pre-order in, and I'm thinking, do I need the mask? I'm trying to think about, do I really need that mask? There's no disc. So everything Sony has been doing, Sony in particular have been doing, they're making their customers think twice about spending more money. And that's not good. We shouldn't have to think twice. We should be like, take more money, take my money. Like these controllers and all that I said today, I just locked down on Amazon and I'm still thinking,
Yeah.
I've got 8 controllers right now. I've got 6 that are in the box, all special editions. Do I really need this? I'm starting to think about it more and more because to an extent, I feel like I'm not getting as much or the feeling of higher value, right? Sony's quality is still higher than everyone else. And I think that's a subjective fact, might not be objective, but for me, it's what I see. But the fact that they're making me think, wait a minute, you're taking things away. And like Warren has always said this, when you're paying the same or more for less than you had the previous generation, you have to be concerned. You have to not let them F you. I don't want to cuss. So you have to not let them F you. And I'm thinking about it in the same way. So Ghost of Yotei, if it doesn't sell at least 3 million copies within the first, let's give them 10 days. 10 days. If it doesn't sell at least 3 million copies, it's likely going to be a financial failure within the first 6 months. It will recover and make its money back and probably be a big success. But if it doesn't blow out of the gates and just be a massive success, bigger at least or close to as big as God of War Ragnarok, because right now people love Tsushima. People have grown on Tsushima. They've really, really found that, wow, this is a great game. I don't have any issue with them going with art, so I don't think that's an issue, really, if you think objectively. Because the next Clear Obscure, for instance, won't be Expedition 33, it will be something else. So we can't inch on that. The franchise is Ghost. But with the way Sony have gone, taking things away and not giving enough back, they're actually letting people think twice about what they're spending. Considering that most of us that spend the most money, most of us don't actually have the time to actually enjoy these things to the highest level. FC26, fine, it's a sports game, but I buy it every year for the past 2 decades. I used to buy FC, FIFA back then, and PES at the same time. I used to spend double the money on 2 different sports games, and I end up choosing one, but I always bought both day one. It's coming out like a week before Ghost. I've taken leave to play Ghost, and I will play Ghost day one.
Hell yeah,
but I'm
dude.
thinking, should I just cancel my collector's edition and buy a regular disc because it's going to cost me less, and I can still buy other games in the year? I'm starting to think that way. A few days to release, I'm going to make up my mind. But the fact that I'm thinking about it is a problem for Sony, because there are people that are more in tune than I am that are also doing the same. Also, you know what? No disc, I'm not buying. It's not worth it. So they are doing some things that just don't make sense, and we're not stupid. Your customer is not stupid. Don't treat them like they are stupid, because you will regret it in the long run.
So, yes, Ghost of Yotei. Hey, Steven, you're back.
Yes, I had to go someplace.
Ghost of Yotei is still available in the full collector's edition for $250. The one thing I don't see available, because I don't think they're available yet, is the plates. Those are not available yet. The plates and the controllers. No. Those I think will sell out, because here's the deal. The Ghost of Yotei Collector's Edition, one, they fucked themselves when they stopped putting the disc in there. Like, that, you can look at it and go, oh, okay, so yeah, we can correlate this with these all being sequels, or we could also correlate this with the fact that this is the generation where they stopped putting a fucking disc inside the Collector's Edition that you just paid $250 for. Yeah. Like, pardon me? You're an idiot if you want to look at somebody and go, hey, here's all of this cool stuff, and you get a case. Does this case have the game in it? No. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Like, if I'm paying that much money and you're not willing to send me a disc, that's a problem. I think that is where the collector's edition started going down, because you're right. It's both avenues push the gamer away from buying the collector's editions and from buying the fancier editions. Because if you really just want the game and you were like, dude, if I get this, I get the game, it's on my shelf, it's mine, blah blah blah, not getting that, you're now looking at $250 and going, well, damn. So if I still want the disc, I gotta pay an extra $75, or I can just try to find it on sale later. Like, no, I'm gonna get that dang thing day one, and then if I'm just doing it to get the game and no longer the collector's edition, do I really need to just buy it physical? And now, granted, what I just did was basically make my original argument null and void, but that's how people think. People think that way. People go from one thing to another because this certain thing didn't have it, and then they talk themselves out of the next thing and settle for what something that was already included in the first thing but at a cheaper price. Like, people do that shit all the time. They do it with everything. They'll do it with cars. They'll go and they'll pick out a car. I used to sell cars. They'll pick out a car and they'll go, man, I want this 2018 or 2015 Chevy Silverado, fully loaded, all this crap, the premium edition, wheels, tires, bed liner, rugged this, upgraded that. Then they'll see the price and they'll go, well, you know what? It didn't even have this and I really wanted this. Okay, let's say it was heated seats. The fully loaded one didn't come with heated seats. Don't know why it wouldn't, but whatever. So then they go down to a lower option. That lower option, though, doesn't have all the other shit that they did want. But they usually end up going with it anyways, because at the end of the day, the main thing that the buyer wanted was the heated seats. The main thing that the buyer wants is the game. And so it's something that you can really look at, and you can attribute it to one of two things. One, the game is no longer actually included physically. And then two, it could be because the IPs are not near as strong. Now, Josh in the chat, you're my producer. Love you to death, bro. You have given two lines that I expect to hear from Sony fans. One of them, let's see if I can find it. Hey, Ace, have a good night, brother. It's getting pretty late. Okay, here's the first one. Could be that Sony is making more. So in response to what Hero said about the collector's editions not selling out or not selling out quickly or them still being available, first one is Sony could be making more. Sure. Fine. Got it. Okay. Then in response to the success of Ghost of Tsushima versus the potential failure or success of Ghost of Yotai, it was said by Josh that, remember, Ghost came out in 2020 mid-pandemic. I'm not saying that both of those are invalid arguments just because they sound like fanboy cope, but I will say the general pushback for those two arguments is that it sounds like fanboy cope. That's like, I won't dismiss you because I know you, and I know you're not just a blind Sony fanboy, but that's exactly what I would expect from somebody of that ilk, who just, Sony can do no wrong and they do everything perfect. But at the same time, the reason why I can't just dismiss you is because you could be right. We don't know. That's why I always say, anybody who takes these shows, these like opinion talking news shows, too seriously, really has a problem with their own life. Like, these are fun. These are like, hang out, have a great time, give our thoughts on it. Steven?
Just thinking, keep ball.
It's all just speculation. That's what we do.
It's all ball bearings.
We're thinking. We're trying to bounce things off of walls to see if it sticks. See if it bounces back and hits us in the forehead. It's one of those things. On the collector's editions, man, it's kind of hard for me not to get them. I have Ghost of Tsushima's original one. That was a beautiful, beautiful freaking mask. This one coming up is a nice one too. I'm gonna stick with it. But I still also just buy the actual game because my son plays too. So we have two physical copy. I don't mind a digital because my original PlayStation 5 was a digital. So, and plus I play a lot on PC, so all my stuff is digital. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm already kind of, groomed into, I hate to say it that way, but groomed into things being digital. Although I do love my physical games, because if I can't play on my PC anymore, my PlayStation has a CD and I can put it right in, I'm going right to it.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Pause.
Yes, it is.
It is a good feeling when you can put it in.
It is a great feeling.
So, pause. But no, seriously, like,
Pause.
So we had an internet issue because, of course, I do. I think my internet is held together by 2 mice and a wheel. I think that's really what's holding it together. Anyways, I pay for more than that, but the 2 hamsters, apparently one of them retired. It was out, and I remember having the PlayStation, looking at my games, going, well, I can't play that. It was Path of Exile. It was during the initial opening of the beta.
Yes.
And my internet died. That's why I disappeared. My internet just died, and I was like, well, shit, what do I play now? And I popped out the 10.10.2 disc, and I was like, I'm just going to throw this thing in here, and we're going to have a great time. Let's go. And so I definitely get the argument for physical, but I will also say most of my digital games worked also during the internet outage. So, like, it wasn't... Anyways, go ahead, Steven.
No, it's just, I mean, it's just what, me, I'm older than probably most of them. Maybe not Hero, he's probably older than me. But
Nah, I'm going to be 45 next month. I'm still young.
I'm sorry, I'm 54. So
yeah, I know you're older. I know you're older.
I'm old. I'm not old, but I'm just like older. I grew up with all kinds of like Pong, going from Atari, all this stuff. So I mean, I kind of seen all the generations of hardware, Blu-ray, CDs, all that stuff. I seen it come and I've seen it go. Digital is going to be one of those that I'm hoping that Blu-rays stay around longer than CDs did, because I still like having my physical copies. I have my physical Blu-ray copies. I love this stuff, but then digital is pretty easy. I don't have to take something out and put it in. I just play and go. And that's the problem.
Stop saying that.
I'm sorry. It's convenience, and unfortunately in our day and age, convenience is kind of taking over. If you look at most of the people out there, they want things to be convenient and to be accessible at a drop of a hat. Unfortunately, I hope everything goes flat and it goes back to where we have to use pen and paper, so I can excel again and go back to that, because I can go back at any time. Because I'm old enough to do both. You understand, right, Hero? We can do both.
Absolutely.
We're not invalids. We don't have to. I'm not calling anybody else out there invalids, but we're not invalids.
No, wait a minute. You literally singled out Hero when there's 2 other assholes on this panel besides you, and you're like, remember, we could do pen and paper. What? Bro.
Age. He's talking about age. He's talking about
age.
Oh, I'm aware.
Your age, man.
I am
80s.
damn near 40.
You're in your 30s. You're 30s.
I am 39. Yeah. I am 39.
Okay, you're gonna be 40. You're almost with Hero, but not quite.
Yeah.
Or me.
No.
Oh man. See,
yes.
I'm glad
okay.
I didn't drink tonight. I'm not stuttering all over the place.
So here's the deal. Okay, so listen to this. So Corey said, are we going to talk about things within the realm of possibility? Absolutely. Let's go. Let's get there. Here we go, Corey.
Let's do it.
I got something just for you in the realm of possibility. How about this? Game Pass is turning gamers into nothing more than TikTok gamers that are going to look at 5 minutes of a game and then bounce away. This is provable, factual information.
Just like what I was talking about.
This is not console warring. This is not anything like that. I love it when I can present something that is not console warring, because it's coming from the very mouths of the people who make games exclusively for that console. So, let's dive in. Well, they used to make them exclusively for the console, don't anymore, because, well, games of theirs go everywhere. Anyways, let's pull this up real quick. That's still the wrong button. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Here we go. Game Pass users played Indiana Jones and the Great Circle differently, says devs. You don't want to make too many concessions. Okay, what is he talking about? Well, this is from GameSpot, and it says Machine Games, the developer of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, has discussed play patterns of people who play the game via Xbox Game Pass. Okay, cool. Speaking to the game business, designer-director Jans Anderson, there we go, said that the aim was that to make the Great Circle the most accessible machine game so far, and it being on Game Pass meant that anyone with a membership could give it a shot. The data coming back to Machine Games showed that players would jump in, this is a quote by the way, would jump in for 5 minutes and drop out. Okay? Then, another quote continuing, you can take a certain amount of decisions based on that, but at the same time, you don't want to make too many concessions, Anderson said. It needs to be a great game for the player who plays all the way through. That's the most important part for us, being the story-centric studio that we are. Overall, Anderson described this as a hard balance to strike for the Great Circle. You always know that you should worry about that more, but at the same time, you care about the grand scheme of things, he said. The Great Circle launched on blah, 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 blah. Next up for the Great Circle is the game's new expansion, Order of Giants, which launches on September 4th. The Machine Games doesn't have any announcements for the upcoming project, but Lucasfilm said it would be super interesting to tell more Indiana Jones stories in gaming. So, here we go. This can be proven. Once again, this is not speculation. This is stuff actually in the realm of possibility. So, Corey, this is just for you. Yeah. Game Pass creates a 5-minute in and then drop. Okay. So here's the deal, Rachie. Let me tell you, you're not the normal Xbox gamer. That's why I think we get along so well. Because, like, the way you approach everything is very measured. And I like that. Like you said, yeah, Indiana Jones wasn't for me. I played 5 hours. So glad I didn't spend $70. Fair enough. And then you said if you love the game, you'll play the full campaign. Right. Like, but what they're saying is that people were in it on the majority. The data coming back showed that Game Pass players would jump in for 5 minutes and they drop out. Almost to the point where you have to start making concessions, but he's like, listen, we can't do that. That's not who we are. So, like, you have to strike this hard balance of how you're in this position of, hey, we have TikTok gaming going on over here, but we're here for 20 hours. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? And it's awful. It's one of the reasons why I'm so glad I no longer have, or that I didn't have PlayStation Premium for so long. I recently upgraded because I wanted to play Sword of the Sea, and I could upgrade the next 3 months or the next 2 months for like $11, and I was like, yes, we'll do that. And so, like, but what it showed was that I hadn't been a member of Premium or Extra since like April, I think. And so there's been so many games added that I'm like, oh, cool, I could try this, I could try this, this is here, that's really cool. But the problem is I literally get into the game and I go, oh, Endless Dungeons, good example. I download Endless Dungeon, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, little dungeon crawler, little isometric game, that'll be fun. I played that damn thing for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and was like, oh, that was cool. Never touched it again. Because I had no reason to. I had nothing invested. It was literally, whatever. And I'm like, if new titles were available to me like that, I don't finish games as it is. I'd never finish a game. I'd be like, oh, new title. Cool. Oh, next week, new title. Cool. Like, it's insane the pace that you keep up with if you are stocking a service like Game Pass or PS Plus. You really get bogged down, and then are you supposed to just go buy new games all the time? Like, that's crazy. I don't know. And Josh said that's my mentality. Sure. He said PS Plus. Rachie said PS Plus made me discover my favorite game from PlayStation ever, which was Gravity Rush. I bought the 2 games. Nice, man. And then...
That's the way.
Okay, so what do y'all think about this? Like, this is kind of a no shit, but, like, real quick, do y'all have anything to add to this? Because we knew this already.
Steven,
not everybody all at once, guys.
I'll give it a shot, okay? Shot in the dark. No, this is what we've been thinking about for the all this time. Me, Jez, you, everybody that we've been coming in contact. Everybody on this, in our chat right now. We understand this. This is what it is. That's why I was thinking why Indiana Jones on Xbox was probably more janky than it was on PlayStation, because PlayStation people buy their games. Not saying anything bad about not buying games, because sometimes you need to test some of these games out, especially if you don't know about it, to see. That's why I like because I have the upper limit of PlayStation's thing, and I can test the games. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I won't buy it. Those are those things. It's just one of those things that it's it's beyond me how people don't realize and people can't see what Game Pass has done to Xbox gaming. It's not PlayStation because they're playing PlayStation for money hat and this. No, it's Game Pass dipping into these people's pockets, and they're not giving you a full and immersive experience. Even though like look at Redfall for instance. That's one of the biggest one there is out there that didn't give you the experience, but charged you a grip ton of money. But you can play it on Game Pass, and it's a Game Pass product because that's the product of Game Pass right there. It's not going to be quality. It's going to be short. It's going to be 5 hour. Look at the two 5 hour games, with South of Midnight and freaking Hellblade 2. That's their MO. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna, I don't poop on the real PlayStation Xbox gamers because my nephew's an Xbox gamer. He loves Xbox. It's just, I hate to tell him that it's not as good as you want it to be, because it could be better, and it should be better for them.
That's good. So I don't
Imagine that.
fully blame Game Pass for the Game Pass effect. I definitely do blame the entire subscription industry, the software as a service industry as a whole. And I do understand what Microsoft was trying to do for their selfish purposes. I understand what they were trying to do. And if it had worked, it would have been bad for the gaming industry as a whole, but good for the consumer in the short term. The thing is, my son, we don't have Xbox in our house. We have a Samsung TV, and occasionally we've used Game Pass through vouchers. Never paid for it, and we'll never pay for it. Just, I have a bias against Microsoft for killing the Windows Phone, so that's where my beef comes in. And in that case, the thing about the way the Game Pass effect has actually gone, and people jumping in, as stated by Machine Games, right? People jumping in, spending a few minutes, using it as a demo system, and going to buy either on Xbox, on Steam, or on PlayStation. It's not good for them. I remember that Square Enix some time ago said, I can't remember which game it was, but it's good for them to actually work with Xbox and advertise games through Xbox because it means it's going to sell elsewhere. That's bad business practice for Xbox. It is, and it happens to me as well. I see something on Xbox, on an Xbox show, whatever. The first thing I'm doing is it on PlayStation? If it's not, I ignore it. But where I'm going with this is my son. I limit his game time because he's a kid. He gets addicted to screen and all of that. So I limit his game time. But of recent, I've been thinking about it because as I've limited his game time to 2 hours a day, I've noticed the pattern which I'm looking for a way to stop. All he plays is that what's the name of that driving game where you play soccer with a car? I can't remember what the name of that game is.
Rocket League.
Rocket League, which is a very cool game, to be honest. I actually do like Rocket League, but I like watching him play it. But I noticed that the more I buy him good games for his level, RPGs and pixel-like games, I buy him those games. I even ask Slime Rancher and games like that he likes. I've noticed he plays them less because it's like, I can play this more. But what he also does with games on PS Plus, which he has access to, is he tries them out, but zero commitment, and he just leaves them and goes back to his Fortnite, his Rocket League, and there's one other game he also plays, which is also like a software service that he also plays, Minecraft. That's it.
Yeah.
He goes back to those three games, and I'm thinking it's not just Game Pass; it's the entire industry has done it. But Game Pass made it worse with the day and date. It's like I said, it's bad business practice, and I'm not a Microsoft staff, but what I would have done was make this, if you really want to sell, which I think they're probably pivoting little by little towards that, make the highest tier more expensive, make it ridiculously expensive at maybe close to $40 a month. make the lowest tier, just maybe 3 tiers as they currently have. Make the lowest tier as cheap as it is, leave it at that, but 0 day and date. And make it be 1 year before a new game comes into even the lowest tier. Stack it in a way that drives people to want to buy, and reduce the cost. Anyone that has Game Pass, for instance, I don't know how it works, but if it works like PlayStation where you have discounts, I think a 20% off discount would be great for anyone that has Game Pass to actually buy a game. That way, they're able to actually. I know I've gone a little bit off topic. I'm thinking business now, but that way you're able to get subscriptions for Game Pass, even if it's the lowest tier. Then you also get Game Pass subscribers that are actually buying games and don't really care about the day and date because you've given them a big discount. So every single game that comes out will still sell a lot, and people will still already have it digital. And like, you know what? Let me play it on Game Pass. Even if it goes away, I've secured the purchase with this every discount. There is a way they can balance this, but there's no commitment, and it happens that same way. Which, like I said, I don't go to the movies to watch Marvel. I love Marvel movies. I love them. I like DC characters. One in particular, Batman. But I went. The last movie I went to watch in the cinema, funny enough, was that Marvel movie, the New Avengers. I can't remember what the name was. Thunderbolts, great movie. I actually enjoyed it. But naturally, I would not go. Superman, I'm so happy I didn't spend my money to go and watch that. I know some people love it. My wife hates it, thank God. I married right, because I hate the movie as well. If I had spent money to watch that in the cinema, I would feel really, really bad. And when I know that I'm paying for a subscription at home, there's no freaking reason for me to do it, to go and watch it in the cinema. For soccer, as an example, I buy FC game every year. You know why I buy it more now than ever before? Because the sport I watch, the soccer that I love, football, but let's call it soccer since it's the major American audience here. The soccer, I'll call it soccer, I watch. The refereeing and everything around it has gotten so bad that I'm like, why should I be wasting my money on something that brings me pain when I can just buy a game that is cheaper? So value for money also plays a part. I can create my own narratives, right? It's that's what's going on.
Sorry.
So for I know, I understand that
it's
you're
like
laughing about
living
it.
in your own delusion. It's okay.
Yeah,
brother.
no,
exactly.
Like,
Yes.
So I'm a Cowboys fan for like American football. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I've been. The season starts tomorrow night, and I've been talking to folks today. I had to go get my hair cut today and all that other stuff, and so I was talking to my stylist, and I go to Sport Clips, which is like it's a sports themed barbershop. Okay, it's essentially what it is. And super cool. Been going to the same place for 12 years now. And I get in there and they start asking me about the Cowboys because they know I'm a Cowboys fan. And I was like, guys, listen, I'll do the same thing I did this year that I did last year. I will start watching it, get 7 games in, realize the season's in the shitter, and then stop watching it. So when you were talking about your FC teams, I was like, I fully understand that. I'd rather play a game on Sunday afternoon than watch my Dallas Cowboys get their ass kicked. This is
Exactly.
That's how it was this year, but I still watch my 49ers get their butts kicked every week, especially at the last minute, that freaking stupid field goal kicker can't kick a freaking ball into a freaking big old freaking pylon. Pissed me off the whole year. It's like, man.
Rachy, I hope you don't regret it, man. He goes, I can't believe Lost Soul Aside made me discover this channel. The YouTube algorithm is weird. Hey, listen, man. We are breaking down barriers one Xbox gamer at a time. You can ask anybody in the chat who's been here for a long time. I have been begging for Xbox gamers to come in the chat and actually have a civilized conversation. So I'm stoked, just to let you know.
You know what's really funny though? You can tell with PlayStation fans how we buy our games. We bought Gears of War, a good amount of it. Was it like 3 million now or something like that? Or was that Forza? Forza, we bought 3 million, and they only bought 650,000 or so of Helldivers. It's like,
No.
but listen. I hear people complaining about.
It's already a success.
Yes,
right.
It's a success.
It's the number one. Here, look. It's the next topic. It's the number one. Hey, guys, we've been here for an hour and 45 minutes. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We have this real quick topic, and then we have our final one.
But it's still a number one subject, Josh. It's still a number one. Because I almost hit a million.
Yeah. So
they got mad at freaking Helldivers. not Helldivers, but Hellblade for hitting 500, and then they're celebrating 650 million. 650,000 players. Come on now.
So,
The original.
this is
I'm
completely...
in a pissy mood. Sorry.
This is completely for the meme. But, do y'all remember when Forza came out? And all of a sudden,
Yep.
Forza and Xbox was the #1 publisher on PlayStation?
Microsoft taking over PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, now, PlayStation releases their game on Xbox, and all of a sudden, hey, guess what? When you don't give these people shit for free, they actually buy the game. I'll be damned. And now it is the #1 game on Xbox right now. That's wild.
Because they don't buy their other games, that's why.
What's up, Lucci?
Microsoft just need to take notes and just be strong and remove day and date and they will succeed.
Hey,
Yes.
Simple.
Hey, listen, I am telling you, here's what they need to do. They need to do a delayed day and date. And not day and date, but they need to do like a delay. Like, hey, listen, in 3 months, the game is coming to Game Pass. I understand that would still probably cannibalize sales at the
Tier
beginning.
2. Game Pass Tier 1 or Tier 2, yeah. Not the basic one.
Like, I understand that will cannibalize sales at the beginning, but they're already cannibalizing sales. So, like, let's just move away from that shit. Lunchy Sky, you said, what's up, Thrifty? Hey, Lunchy, one of these days, I'm going to get your butt on this show. I promise you that. I'm going to get you on this show. Just letting you know, putting that into
preaching.
the ether. Okay, Corey is preaching. Let me see. Corey, HeroDownUnder, Game Pass is not the problem. These people who we call gamers are the problem. Gamers have become their own worst enemy. Dude, I spent the better part of the end of last year and the beginning of this year trying to chase some arbitrary bullshit of how many games I need to beat, how much I should be playing per week, all this other bullcrap. Because I was listening to people who, kept feeding me that. You need to be beating games, and you need to be doing this, and if you're not doing this, then how can you call yourself a gamer, and all this. First of all, if I pay money for a game and I don't beat it, blow me. I paid money for that game. It's my game. I can do. If I want to get that game and let it sit on the shelf, that's a weird flex, but that's my prerogative to do so. Also,
play it on easy. I'm gonna play it on
right,
easy.
If I want to play it on easy,
Zero
I want to play it
damage
on
to
easy.
me.
Or just let it play itself like Hellblade.
Right. Just play.
Just let it play itself.
games.
Here, just go play it for me.
Literally, just play games, man. And if you play a game,
I watched it.
If you play a game outside of your normal genre and somebody comes to you and goes, well, I thought you didn't like those type of games, tell them to piss off. This just, I am in
Do you change my diaper and you pay for my games? Come on, man.
Listen,
jeez,
I can't tell you how much crap I've gotten in various social medias for liking Lost Soul Aside and having a fun time with it. I can't tell you the amount of people who seem genuinely...
you don't listen to other people. That's why. Holy hell.
It's absolutely wild. Yeah, play every game you want. Absolutely. There's a game coming to Steam. I told you all about it earlier. I want the game. I saw it in the Future Game Showcase. I saw that, like Hero said, when I see a game that I want, my first question is, can I get this on PlayStation? When I found out that answer was a no, I said, okay, cool. How can I get it? It's on Steam. Great. I will wait until next year in February or March. I will spend the $25 and I will grab the game on Steam. Because if I want it, I'm going to get it. And if it fits my criteria, I'm still thrifty. I had somebody the other day in Buck Rogers commented on one of my videos. He usually watches the streams the day after, just because of timeline and everything. And he's like, man, I don't think we should be paying anything for these games. I think this game should have come out here. I'll probably just wait for it to be 50% off. And I was like, hey, listen, bro, as a thrifty gamer, still, hasn't changed. As a thrifty dude myself, I fully support you waiting. I buy 3 full-price games a year. And it was just it's okay to do that. It's okay to limit yourself. It's okay because we have so many games coming out to go, you know what? Right now, I'm going to get Coffee Talk Tokyo because that game's probably going to be $25. Sick. Great. 8-hour experience, $25. Cool little story. No big deal. But on the flip side, if I want to spend $60 on a game and That game is literally just the epitome of, oh, this is fun. That fun is why we should be gaming. Like, who gives a shit if people can look at you and go, well, that game is objectively bad. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Good for you. Awesome. But guess what? I'm actually having a good time with it, and I feel on some level that pisses people off. Like, where they're like,
Beyond Two Souls, I love it. Lots of people hate it. I love
Beyond.
it.
The only thing I remember about that game is there was a big lawsuit, or there was almost a lawsuit between the lead actress of that game and something going on with the lead actress of Last of Us. Like,
what, Last of Us?
Yeah, there was something
yes.
with
It was a
those
likeness.
two.
He used a likeness.
It was a likeness. Yeah. And so, like, Ellen Page, that's it. And so, like,
Elliot Page now, transition.
Elliot.
Whatever. And so that's definitely not a topic on the show. We're not touching
down
that.
Down there is still Ellen, okay?
Yeah.
It's still Ellen down
listen,
there. Okay?
I am not touching that with anybody
I like
else.
Steven. I really like Steven. He's a man after my heart, man.
Dude, that's why I said you're a brother from another mother, bro. Brother from another mother.
Corey said, you formed your own opinion. The internet will not allow it. Yeah, no shit, dude. It's
yeah,
like,
true. Oh, that's a good one.
It's literally that position that we get put in. If you follow the gaming community, okay, so I mentioned this on a live stream for the last one I did for Lost Soul. As a believer, there are so many things that can be put on you from the outside world. Like, even from within your own church. You need to read your Bible every day. You should pray every day. You need to be kind and generous and all this other stuff and this whole little checklist. At the end of the day, none of that actually matters in Christianity. It doesn't.
You have to be able to do it freely because you want to, not because you have to, and it's
right.
done by the book.
Because
That's
if you
what
don't, it becomes a job. And that
it's a chore.
That's not good. It's not supposed to be that way. And just like gaming, now I know, yes, if anybody's out here watching and is a Christian like I am, I'm not saying that gaming is Jesus and we should treat gaming the same way we treat Jesus. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm making an analogy. All analogies have holes.
Sony's not? Oh my God.
Just follow me. Follow me here. Like, all analogies have holes if you take them out to their logical end. But listen, gaming should be fun. It should be something that you do to enjoy. I do it to enjoy and relax. But if I'm sitting here worried about, damn it, I didn't beat that game that I started 2 years ago. Oh my God, everybody's going to judge me for that. Like, what the hell am I doing? Why? Why are you doing that? If you let other people influence your gaming in a negative way, turn off whatever device that you have on and pop in a game. And just start playing. Just have fun. That's why I always say, have those games that you want to go back to. Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, Final Fantasy X. Like, have those games that you always want to go back to. That are always a good time, that are always fun, that are always going to make you fall back in love with gaming. There's people in our Discord that when they're not really gaming on any other specific game, will go back into like a Souls game, like Elden Ring. Or Warrawana plays Night Rain a lot. Like, those games are fun. Does he care that people can look at Elden Ring and go, hey, you know, that thing had performance issues out the ass when it first got launched. It was unplayable on PS5. Fuck no. Hell no. He's beat that thing 85 times over. He doesn't care. Do you think that when a Nate recommends random ass JRPG 1975 that he's like that he's really worried about no, because no real gamer needs to let that shit bother them. If you want to play,
ashamed
of
me being
of
a
what?
soccer a sports gamer. I used to be ashamed that was like 45% of my gaming life until 2022.
You enjoy it.
I was
like
ashamed.
Doing it. See, but they say people that love sports games could never do it, so they have to play it.
Ooh,
Same thing with people who love shooters.
It's logical. It's logical.
I do, but I can't. I actually can't shoot though. But never mind.
So my old pastor, he was I think he was a army captain, ballistics, I think. And so he didn't really play like war games. And I was like, man, why don't you? I almost used his real name there, because I've told this story before in person. And I was like, dude, why don't you play like Call of Duty, Battlefield, anything like that? He goes, man, listen, because people who can't do game, I can do. I don't have to game. And I was like, okay, well, excuse me. But like, it's the same mentality. Like, listen, I can't play football, but I can damn sure pretend to be Emmitt Smith in the backfield for the Dallas Cowboys, running a football on a jet sweep or on a 32 sweep to the left side. Like what? Like, and that's the other thing, man. I have tried to be so open and honest on this channel about all the problems I have with gaming. I have ADHD gaming. I will start a game, get 80% of the way through, and I will blitz off of it like nobody's business. Sometimes for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, sometimes a squirrel will catch my attention, and I'll be like, oh, Trails from Zero. Shit, I haven't played that in a while. I'll go drop 10 more hours into that and completely neglect this other game. Like, shit just happens. I have a problem. I know I do. I know I do, Josh. Listen, it's clinical, my friend. Speaking of clinical problems, though, this was more of a meme. PlayStation game is now the best-selling game on Xbox. That was just more of a meme. I don't give a fuck. Good job. Way to go, PlayStation. Way to go, Xbox gamers, for buying games. I really don't care. It was just something funny because the other side made such a big deal about it. Hello? Steven?
Hello. I'm here, but someone was taking
Sorry, I
off.
was trying to talk to my son.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry.
Okay, so last topic of the night before we get on to the game stream. Again, the problem with the gaming community online is that everyone wants to be in every game conversation. It's okay that a game is not for you, but some people need the approval of reviewers. Wow. Yeah. And that took me a while. Like, I know where I sit in gaming, and it's not, generally speaking, with 70% of the games that come out. I have the games that I like. I will occasionally branch out, and that is okay. Speaking of occasionally branching out, though, let's talk about a game that didn't branch out for nothing. And what I am talking about, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I am going to show y'all wait, no, that's the wrong one. I'm going to show y'all Hitman. Nope, hang on. I'm going to show y'all
007?
007. That's it. Forget the other games I mentioned. It's nothing like those.
Let's go.
Okay, so here we go. 007 in
I'm
4K.
excited to that.
In
I'm
4K,
looking
y'all will
forward
get
to
to see
that.
it in 1080p glitchy because my internet hates me tonight. So,
Because your internet sucks, because it's just like you, okay?
bro, I don't know what's wrong with my internet. I really don't. I pay almost $100 a month for this shit, and it just is not working. I don't know why. All right,
Sounds
here we
like
go.
a you problem, though.
It probably is.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm sorry,
no,
bro.
you are totally fine. It probably Uncharted Hitman 007. Absolutely, Josh.
Exactly. That's what that is.
And they're all the same, yes. I hope
But-
so. I hope it hits that hard like that.
But is that
Uncharted
necessarily a
Hitman
bad
007.
thing? Like, if you
It's a good thing. It's
Okay,
a good
It is
thing.
a good
So,
thing.
here we go. We are going to have this playing. Sorry for the chat.
I'm Hacker
or
Nabrak,
sorry
game
for the
director on.
panel. Y'all will not be able to hear this unless y'all watch the stream delayed. So, if you want to do that, go ahead, and then I'll talk a little bit and bring y'all in, kind of like Jez does with his guest. So, let's go ahead and get this started.
007
Talkie,
post-exclamation
no care. Okay. I will break this down for you real quick. This right here is roughly 5 minutes of driving. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward from this
Now I could get used to this.
because this is
Then
just
Driving,
driving.
I was actually looking forward to it. I love the driving in that game.
Bet you
Right?
do.
To live up to your grand.
Like, it's just
Okay,
driving.
okay,
I've seen
okay.
cars before. I've seen them drive on a road. At this point, it reminded me so much of Mafia, the old country. You have no idea how I was like, oh. I even had to look up to see if it was the same engine that they used in Mafia, and this is the Glacial engine, so
I
no,
was
it's
thinking
not.
the same thing.
If you look right there, we do get a bit of weird animation on the guy unloading
I think
shit
if
from
I
the
saw
van.
kidney, I could
And once
afford to
again,
stay for a night.
let me pause this real quick. I understand
That's the driver.
that I sound like a critic. I get it. It's because when I'm talking about this with y'all on the channel, a lot of times my critic brain comes out. I can't stop that. The reason why this channel was created in the first place was because I would be talking to my buddies while we were playing Outriders, and we'd be talking about a different game that was coming out that I had recently tried or whatnot, and I would literally give them, like, okay, so guys, here's the deal. The frame rate's kind of crappy. It kind of stutters here and there. It's tearing on this part of the game. It's crashed on me once. The graphics looks like they're from a Saturday morning cartoon. Like, it's not that good. And then they would always ask, well, is it fun? Did you even, like, enjoy your time with it? You sounded like you were having fun. Oh, no, it's fucking amazing. It's a great time. But objectively, the game is ass. Like, and they were like, oh, dude, you do these things, like, you break them down like a reviewer. You should do a channel. And that's where this came from. The two guys that did that are actually still subscribed to the channel. One is called, his name is Deuce's Back, and the other one is named Cyrus. So, like, I can't help but first look at a game in a critical light. I just can't. So, here we go.
I think I have. Stayed here, I mean.
Cheers!
Back in 22.
In the house.
Doesn't sound like something.
What's up,
Well,
D487? I haven't seen you in here before. Welcome to the gaming den.
It's dark and we.
Okay, once again.
That's what I do
Driving
with Marvel movies and,
He was the
and
best in his
games.
day.
Because I'm a big Marvel
They knew each
comic
other.
book
47.
fan.
That much is
You can acknowledge
Yeah,
that the
there
Marvel
you go,
movies
that's-
are shit.
something to do with an operation.
and still enjoy them.
Well,
Begs the question.
yes, because they made the
009
Hulk
pick Greenway out of good
real life, and I was happy because I like the Hulk, because I kind of remind myself of the
Right,
Hulk
with me.
sometimes.
Okay.
Talk to my son.
The Winter Soldier was
Blake and Loretta York.
And no, it's not just blurry because of the stream.
Parking is right up ahead.
Agent 0047,
Mr. and
yeah.
Mrs. York.
Good catch.
Enjoy your stay.
Much
obliged.
Oh, okay. What's up, man? Yeah, I have seen you here before. Yeah, YouTube won't even...
We're entering the
It
premises.
uses my
Change status?
name, like the channel
Delivery
name,
area.
instead of my actual screen
position.
name in YouTube chats now. It's really annoying.
Ronson, conference wing.
Kingsley, first floor.
Okay, so this is the problem. We are
Parking lot.
5 minutes and 12 seconds in, and we are still driving. Okay, so this is just him getting in. It does look really pretty. Like, the car animations look great.
Exactly the 5-star.
That looks god-awful. Look at that in the
Looks
back.
like Old Man Simulator.
Like, the character model looks awful. Anybody who says otherwise needs their eyes checked. That's not just YouTube compression. Even on my end, it looks awful. So, or streaming compression. It's a really weird, blocky design texture almost.
Oh, I'm stretching my legs. Bond, reporting suspicious behavior.
009.
No, one of the hotel staff. Strangest looking bellhop I ever saw. He had to be there. It was odd. I'm gonna check it out.
I never
You will
read
not.
the books.
009 is our
I wish
only
I
priority.
had, 'cause I
Stay
think this
at
is
your
one of the
post,
first
James. That's an
007
order.
books is
Yes,
adapted
Bob.
from.
My dad has read every single one of the James Bond books. He loves them. Those, the Three Musketeers, and there's a Dragon series by some Christie, and then R.A. Salvatore
It's
books.
the amount about a bag.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
thought
what I
books.
read.
I read
Almost
most
all of
Missed it.
those. R.A. Salvatore books.
Afternoon, sir.
I love his description of combat.
Through.
Love how he
Catch up with
describes
that bellhop.
combat and,
Show me your
and puts
ID.
it into
Looks
words.
good.
You can almost see it.
Better go and get my ID then. If you want to catch
God, look at that! Look at that transition. God, that's so bad. The vines popped in and popped out at the same time. It was really weird.
You know, there are lots of pop-ins in this demo. I noticed that too. Like, okay, but fine.
Right, like-
It's probably alpha.
Bond would have a clever way to get in and would have a badge. He would
The
have a
AI
badge.
is so stupid. The AI is really, really stupid. That one, I was like,
Like, look
yeah,
at
we'll
that.
talk about it, but that's what I was thinking.
Look at
Can
this
we
dude.
go beyond this?
Look at this guy to the left over here, just staring at me as I'm about to just jump on over this railing. He's like, wait, I see what you're doing. I see you. Paying for the game because holy shit balls. Hey! D Gamer. Well, D487, my bad. Hey, Jess, thanks for tweeting out that I was live, dude. I didn't even know you did that. Appreciate that, man. You actually hit Lady Gamer 1980, Miasma, Scorpion 360, Neil, and Steady Flow. Hey, appreciate you, man. I gotta figure out what game I'm streaming tonight. Whoops. Shit. Keep watching this. Actually,
That is us. Why does you stream That is us?
Yep.
Oh, so I can get my ass kicked?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, people like that crap. Self-deprecation. Thrifty, that's what it's all about. Okay, this is annoying. This
Do it all the
was real
time.
weird.
This was stupid, as in, come on.
Like, here's the deal, guys. We are 11 minutes and 30 seconds in. This is the problem that I had with this show-off. I'm really happy they gave us gameplay. I actually am. That's really cool. But, like, at this point, I'm expecting to see something that's more high-octane. This is freaking James Bond here. Like, this is the guy who goes into places, sneaks in, shoots everything up, ends up in a big explosion, and then he gets away with everything.
No, he gets the woman and he gets away with it.
That's right, he gets a
He
woman.
gets the
Yeah,
woman.
you're also you're skipping over. You're skipping over when he
faster
goes
now.
into the club. He gambles a little bit. He kind of toys with the girl, toys with the villain. See, that's part of James Bond too.
Gets
That's
the
true.
villain's girl.
Here you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the villain's girl.
Here you go. I'll watch when
Yeah.
he goes into the casino. Here. Let's get to it.
Greenway.
Where's the casino? Hang on, did I already pass it?
What are you here for?
The house looks good though. I tell you that right now.
No, I hadn't passed the casino.
I have to
scenes
agree
yet.
with Thrifty. Because it took me 1.5 hours to watch this. I kept pausing and I'll go away, do something else, kept pausing because, yeah, okay. I think that was what was happening to me. I was like, okay, I just want to see what it is, but it's a bit
Yeah.
too much.
Let's not get spotted.
Rachel,
It's a bit
the-
too much roaming around. It's
Look
too
at-
Hitman, actually.
Okay, so look at that. It does look like you have ray tracing in here already. If you look at the ground, you can actually, like, I don't know if that's just RTGI, but the guy who's standing up in the, you can see the pointer on the screen. The guy who's standing right there in the black suit, you can actually see his shadow coming across the line and being disrupted by the other lights. So maybe I am not a smart
is
person.
weird.
Listen, I'm trying to sound smart here. I promise. I am not that smart when it comes to ray tracing, but that looks like ray tracing. I could be wrong. Hey, what's up, William? How are you, dude? We are having a hell of a night here, and thanks for showing up, man. I have to change the member goal. Cause
Yeah. Wifey's mad at me right now.
why?
As I'm changing the subject because I forgot to make dinner.
Oh,
And I forgot I was on.
Bond status.
And she said she told me you're in charge of dinner. I'm like, oh yeah.
uh-oh.
Just buy pizza. Just order pizza. That's fine.
Dude, we eat out too much, but we don't eat out. Oh, by the way, so that everyone know, it was my 27th anniversary this past week. We went to Fogo de Chaos. I ate a lot of meat, per se. Pause. And, dude, you know what? You don't never heard of Fogo de Chaos? Brazilian barbecue?
No.
Maybe it's too
I know,
classy
you-
for you, Thrifty.
Nah.
It's,
Alright,
it's
so-
too classy.
Where do you
Me and
Oh god.
Hero.
Okay, so look at that too. Look at this.
Where do you go?
See that?
Now.
That's
Where
these
do
are
you go?
yeah.
okay. So right there, when he gets down to the bottom, these are the things that literally make people not buy
Look
a
at the
game.
perfection.
These are the things that people look at. So when I was playing Lost Soul Aside, I mentioned this. It's death by 1,000
Yeah,
cuts.
yeah,
It's
it's a different-
it's not the
different
first
factor.
thing. It's not the second thing. It's not even the third, fourth, or fifth. Little minor annoyances like, you know, Hero earlier was talking about the AI and then the pop in, and he's like, whatever, no big deal. It literally does this thing. Okay, so DE, it might be a jump or a cut. That might be when he comes down and then like it does a sequence where it pans around the whole thing and they cut that sequence out. That is very possible, and dear goodness, I hope that's what it did. Because you are right. But like, if not, it literally is the death by 1,000 cuts that happens when games get pushed out too quickly.
Collection of mixology books from the 20s. Book collector. Well, now yes, his pride and joy. He's got all sorts of antique books on display about the castle and
Oh,
local
shit.
history.
Wonder if you could help me.
I'll certainly try,
Where?
sir.
Oh,
Did you
Oh,
notice the
no,
long
I'm a
bellhop that just passed
dipstick.
through
I
here?
just realized that I
There's a
forgot to
face
shout
to count
somebody
in
out.
line.
I hope he's still here.
Probably one of the temps.
Hope I can still
He
read
was
it.
asking for the directions to the backstage.
Here. Rachie had a $2 super chat earlier. The notification just popped up for me. inside my mini feed over here. I am so sorry I missed it. It says, just saying, I'm playing playing Helldivers. Sorry, playing Herdling on Game Pass, and I love it. Hey man, I appreciate the Canadian 2. Heck yes, that is a new region that has unlocked on the Gaming Den. We now have somebody here from Canada who has super chatted from Canada, actually, because we actually
Strand has been established.
Yes, we actually have a couple Canadians. The Strand has been established. That's fucking perfect.
We got tons of Aussies here, so might as well.
Nothing dramatic.
Not saying nothing bad about Aussies. I love Aussies.
It's all good. It's all
You
good.
mean Aussies?
Aussies, whatever. I call them whatever. Tomato, tomato. Dude, he's just like one of those Karens that get upset over other people's problems. Yeah, Karen.
Looking for these?
I actually have a staff called Karen, and the first time she introduced herself to me when I started the job, I had to hold a laugh inside of me.
It's like, I gotta go
Karen.
bathroom. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, I did that. Whoops.
This man is old. He's clearly old. As in, he can't hold his bladder. You can imagine that.
Y'all are so mean. Why do I?
Yeah, we're Aussie. We're Aussie.
Why do I subject? Yes.
Love Aussie. And
Okay.
Aussies.
So here's the part of the game that I was like, all right, cool. We are getting there because this looks fun. Her side seat driving. I'm glad that James Bond called it out. Like, shut up, woman. I've done this before. Let me drive. Like, not shut up, woman in a derogatory way. It could have been shut up, man. Just please don't come for me.
Not as good as Uncharted. It's like Uncharted, but there was something incomplete about it. I only watched it once anyway, but I think it took too long. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Well, so here's the thing, and I'm obviously we're not controlling the game, so we don't know how it feels in game, but it feels like the vehicle's not going that fast. Like it feels like everything's kind of slow.
Yeah, on rails, on slow rails.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
you gotta see the time, the era. These cars
Yeah, it
weren't
looks
that
like
that
Driver.
fast.
Josh, yeah, exactly. It does
That's
look
true.
like Driver.
It looks like Driver.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it.
It does.
Oh shoot.
It's like PS3 tech. Exactly, that's
Yeah.
what it actually does.
Well, those
But-
particle effects right there look like they're from Test Drive Off-Road, just being like, just. Whoops.
Because Uncharted 4 till today, the driving sequence, even Uncharted 2 to an extent, but Uncharted 4 till today. still
From
seems
Driver
to
San
beat
Francisco.
this.
Shit.
Go next.
But all of this, so here's what people are saying. All of this stuff are just minor little things that can easily get fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have 6 months.
It could happen. It could happen. It could take out the bugs. This is just a beta kind of release of.
And guess what, guys? They're showing gameplay, right? Like,
That's good.
this, now, granted, it could be, it could be canned gameplay because we don't see any of the UI, like, popped up on the screen. They might have the UI turned off, but, like, so we don't know. We've been duped in the past is the only reason why I'm bringing up stuff like that. But overall, I mean, a lot of this stuff can be patched out. And there are folks in our Discord who, which by the way, guys, if you haven't joined, there's a permanent link in the description of these live streams below. But like, there's people in our Discord who are like, hey, it could get patched out. It's got my money day one. As long as they polish it from here, I'm golden. And hey, more power to you.
Day one, because it's 007. Simple. And I like the actor already. I already know him, so I'm already sold.
The last 007 game I got day one was Tomorrow Never Dies.
Ouch.
Yep.
EA days.
Really?
Asian.
Okay, we're gonna fast forward through some of this.
Thank them.
Okay, this is when he starts doing wet work,
Get down there,
which
draw their
means he gets a
fire.
pistol and starts going to town.
I'll
That's a
find them.
reference from
We
Training
need to
Day.
keep that plane on the ground. English sans froid.
Okay. So here is where my eyes started to perk up. Right about here. This,
You were warned.
because the UI pops up, and now we are in gameplay.
It's the AI I just have issues with. Unless they're playing on super easy mode. The AI is so dumb.
Environmental destruction,
Dude.
cover fire, cover damage. It is
But these
kind
guys
of
are shooting like they're stormtroopers.
They
yes.
can't be accurate though. You know that because this game will be over already.
Well, and it's James Bond. Like he has plot armor for days. We're about to see some plot armor here in a minute. He's on the plane. It was one of the funniest moments. That right there, dude didn't even hit him. Watch this. Look where his gun is aiming, and look where he's actually shooting. Like,
Guy threw himself off that ledge.
even with a spread shot, there is absolutely no snowball's chance in hell that you're hitting that dude who's that far away.
You
and
mean it?
Go ahead.
Have you ever shot a shotgun?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah, but it does
You know,
spread.
you know
The pellets,
if
the
it
pellets.
spreads, if the pellets are right, and if the what's it called, the choke is a little bit out, it can spread a little bit more.
I mean,
but I
dude,
doubt
that
that's more
spread
towards-
has to
the
be like-
military is more.
It has to be like
I
12
know
feet.
it has to freaking be like a yard wide.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
Like, so like,
The
there-
shooting
know,
in
I-
Mafia, the shooting in Mafia 2 is much better than this.
well, and once again, that's something that can easily be tightened up. Like, I am having fun with this trailer because it's fun. All of the stuff I'm mentioning.
To be honest with you, I hope it turns out really well. I really want to play like a
Oh, blow up the big
Uncharted
one.
type of game. Man.
Oh, blow up the big one. Oh, stop being a wuss. Thank you.
Look at that guy's
You broke your
back.
wrist right there, man. What the heck?
That's awesome.
See, here's me coming back with realism. Damn, I broke my wrist with that one.
Yeah.
Jeez. And that blowing up, I get shrapnel in my eye. What
Okay.
the hell?
Exactly.
This right here. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Plot armor!
He has two trained like military personnel on him, and he gets to go all the way over.
They didn't even square up and shoot. They had him on. Dude, he'd been dead already.
He
Damn.
fucking throws something
hell?
at him. I know you have a
Threw
gun.
shotgun at him.
Don't worry, I'm gonna throw this at you. God. Oh man. Hey, here you go. Doink.
What are these guys doing? I think
Now,
this was
that
played on easy.
that move
Clearly.
right there literally had me go to the Discord and go, okay, I just saw the combat, just saw the gunplay, and that was pretty fucking cool. Dude slid across the daggum, so he does a finisher move right there, slides across, beats the dude, throws him, and then hip fire shoots him. That's awesome. That is a really cool sequence. Raichi,
I have
this
a
is
question.
Get hurt with the helmet on. So.
Hey, I was gonna say that. Like, why is the guys that are armored? Why is it that the guys that are armored are easy to take down? Meanwhile, a guy in suits with a Tommy gun
Well, so
has
it-
too
it-
much plot ammo.
if you have
Well, you're
seen
reflecting back to John Wick.
yeah, if you've seen
Oh,
you've seen Richie
Okay,
Rich,
okay. I take it
there
back.
is a spray that you can use. The movie and the Richie Rich taught me about this. Okay, there's a spray that
I can't remember
Professor
that movie.
Keen Bean made, where you could spray it on your suit, and it made your suit completely bulletproof, spill proof, and dry clean proof. It worked out great.
Are you
And
serious?
I-
I can't remember that movie.
Listen, man, I am nothing more than a series of 90s movie references, okay? Don't get me started on how any line or topic can be related back to an Eminem song. We'll be here for days. Here we go. Let's continue. Okay. Reload. Reload. It's like somebody who doesn't check their fucking emails. Get that little icon away and reload. Shit drives me nuts.
Oh, ooh, that hurts. Oh, look at that explosion.
I love
Okay,
I
that's
love
a
getting
fun
your
thing.
feedback because you're delayed by like 20 seconds.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
How do you not get shrapnel, man?
Hey, listen, plot
Please.
armor. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
Don't think about it too much. Like Raichi said, this is just Just Cause more than 007.
You guys should have seen me at the freaking Marvel movie thing. I was critiquing it like crazy. But my family was saying, "Shut up, just enjoy the movie." I'm like, okay.
So this right here is what made me think of Just Cause and Liar
Look
Liar.
at his madness.
To be
How did he
honest.
get on that? Come on. Oh god, that was too much. It's a video game. But that was too
It's
much.
a video game. Absolutely. My dad used to say that all the time, and I was
Yes.
like, Dad, that movie doesn't make any sense. Well, son, it was in the script. Fair enough, Dad. Got it. Like, because my dad was very
right.
much
Don't-
into the.
Don't ever question him.
No, no. All right, so
I question my dad all the time, so no problem. I'm with you.
I mean, my dad was a Packers fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. I question him all the time. Okay, so this right here, I thought was really cool. Being able to throw them off the object or the plane. This right here. Okay, talk about plot armor. Okay, trained military.
You'll see that one.
mercenary.
That guy should have hit him directly 3 times. 3 times.
Boom, boom, boom.
And he missed.
Boom. And all he has to do is, oh no, don't hit me. And like, hey, guess what? You're safe. It's great.
Can you imagine? How do you miss from that angle?
Listen, the one thing I'll say is James Bond movies were never about realism. They are about a damn good time. And so far, this game has the explosions. It has the gunplay.
I'm not arguing, but this is much. This is a lot.
This is a lot.
If it's a fun
like-
time, it's going to sell. That's
Look
that's
at-
true, and that's what they're going
Okay,
for.
look at that. Do y'all see that? Like the whole thing is shaking. Even the character's
Yep,
not
yep.
stable. That's weird.
Yep.
That could be a design choice because you're on a plane. But
I think it's a design choice,
I think so too.
but it's a bit too much. But I think it's a design choice.
it's a
They
bit
will
too shaky.
Need a way to force it down.
edit it.
I hope you could turn screen shake
I
off.
could access the flight control system. Let's make some turbulence.
That's a terrible choke. Come on.
Yeah, DE, that's what I was saying. Like, that
Do it right.
It's a terrible joke. Dude. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's how you stabilize because the plane is acting up. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was interesting. This is something I've not seen in any game before. So this
Well,
was
they
interesting.
kind
I
of did
kept
something
looking
like
at
that. They kind of did something like that in Tomb Raider, where you had to use the controller when walking over like cross beams to stabilize Lara Croft.
this. Okay. Was that Tomb Raider 2 or 3?
I think it was the first one. It
the
was the
new
first
ones.
remake.
I have to play the game.
Those are fun games. And they get shorter as they go
I
on.
never uninstalled them. Never uninstalled them.
Ah, don't think too much about him. She is a archaeologist who is looking for cool shit. And there is a
I want to
sub-story
destroy
in there,
everything.
and the character models are great, and everything is fantastic, and it's awesome. So, this is where I thought it was Just Cause. So, Raichi kind of spoiled it, but this is where I was like, oh, this is Just Cause. I've seen this before. But listen, guys. Come on, we watched Nathan
Oh yeah.
Corey Massey. Come on, we watched Nathan Drake get dragged at high speed through a shanty town and drive a Humvee down a mountain. Hey, listen, bro. And if this game lets us do that, I think they'll make a lot of PlayStation gamers happy. Like, I really do. Just if
Or in part 2, you had to freaking survive that fall out of the plane and try to climb up those
Yeah.
boxes.
yeah,
And
the same
Uncharted 2 was
difference.
incredible. Uncharted 2, goated. Goated.
same
Yeah.
difference. Okay,
Such a good game.
we're gonna have him fall down now.
At least 007 is a professional, and Nathan Drake
Yeah.
was just leaving on luck.
A
So,
little bit of a
I
quick
can give
time
him that.
event. And then the iconic ending. Super good. Listen, I don't know if I'm there day one.
I love
I don't
this.
want to. Yeah. I don't know if I'm there day one. I really don't. But what I can say is that if it looks like if you're looking for a game that's going to give you a good time, going to give you some fun James Bond feels, my personal takeaway is that if you're looking forward to a James Bond game, I think the guys over at IO Interactive have this thing on lock. I think they're going to polish up some of the issues that are present. Some of the stuttering won't be there. You might still deal with pop-in. And the biggest thing, though, is I want to know, what about y'all? Hero, Steven, I talk a lot, so it's y'all's turn. What do y'all think of this? And I'm going to look something up real quick while y'all talk about that.
I think it has potential. I think it has a potential if they can iron out all the stuff that's in there, which they have time to. It has potential to be kind of the it could be the Uncharted of this generation, this console generation, which would be very good because it's much needed. But for me, shoot, I like what I see. Even the driving was okay, but him patrolling, going around, walking around, trying to get it in, trying to understand what's going on with the situation. Because James Bond doesn't usually just go in, balls out, and freaking destroy things. He has to have he kind of times it out, make sure these are going to go his way, and then it falls apart afterwards because it didn't follow the plan. But it looks good. I can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. For me as well, it's more like I'm a James Bond fan, but I'm more Sean Connery than anyone else. So James Bond fan, definitely. I definitely am there day one, unless there is a caveat, unless an Insomniac Marvel game is coming out around the same time. That's the only thing that would stop me. Even a Naughty Dog game would probably not stop me from being day one on this, because basically more or less the same, more or less in a way. Naughty Dog better, but more or less in a way. So I like everything I've seen about this. I even like, the funny thing is, I even like the driving, because I don't like driving games, but I've noticed that within games that you can drive, I like driving around listening to the radio, but in this instance, you're listening to a conversation between people. So I was really impressed with the quality of driving from what I saw. How it would feel, I don't know. Obviously, if I'm driving continuously, it's going to get tiring. But what I hated, and I have to say it again, I don't like stupid AI. I like to be able to tune my AI to be stupid if I feel I'm having a tough time, but I don't like stupid AI. And the AI, yeah, granted, it's probably early stages of development. The AI is just too dumb. At least add a little bit of realism to it, a little bit of jeopardy into it. But beyond that, I like the actor because I've seen him in a few shows in the past that I've watched. I like the fact that he has a scar base from the actual books. I love the graphics already at this level. I know that there's still a lot of tuning to be done, but the way it ended and the way you're showing that it actually has a lot of Uncharted influences, and the Just Cause part, I'm not really a big Just Cause fan, but the Uncharted influences, I like it. Give me more of the things I already like and make some changes to that. So for me, I'm very, very likely day one. I'm just trying to convince myself not to buy the collector's edition. That's what I'm trying to do, because when I saw the gold gun, I was like, ooh, that would be nice to just place in the game room, and my wife's going to be like, you're done with the game. But then I'm like, ooh, but that gold gun and the bullets, I was like, maybe I'll buy the collector's edition, but I'm likely to.
Now you know where I'm at.
I know. Even you've convinced me to keep my Ghost of Yotei. Actually, you've actually convinced me to keep it.
We're the same type of person, just in different countries.
Different countries.
It's all good. Yes.
That's great.
It's one of those things that's beautiful.
Now let me hit you with this. Okay, so as we're watching the trailer and all that, they have a collector's edition and all of that. One thing I was searching while y'all were talking that I said I was going to look up was the price. Okay? So it's $70.
It's not expensive. It's not expensive here. It's cheaper in Australia.
What? The game is
98
cheaper?
Aussie, it's 98 Aussie dollars in Australia, which technically means it's technically a $60 game in Australia.
That must be fucking nice. I'm sorry. I mean, good for y'all.
They
That's
get some
great.
things cheaper.
But no. So $70 does seem like a higher price point for this title. I don't necessarily like it there. I understand that they're trying to say it's a marquee title. It's a full price, top of the line title. But from what I'm seeing, it's not there. Now, it could surprise me.
No.
I'm up for debate on that, whatever. As the game gets closer, I might be one of the dumbasses that go, it's so good, I can't believe it. But it doesn't look $70 good to me right now. So I'll be interested to see what they do. I will say this, as far as an IP-driven game, it doesn't look awful at all. It actually looks like they're trying to do the very best they can to stay true to the series. So really like that. $70 is the standard price of games, 100%. But we have seen even games that we think should be at $70, we have seen them less. So it's not necessarily the end-all be-all, and it's not out of the question because studios have been flirting with the idea of releasing games at a lower price point to attract more players. So, this being a new IP, IO Interactive is branching out. It wouldn't surprise me if they would have came out and said, hey guys, we're going to do this one for $60. Wouldn't have surprised me at all. But they chose not to.
It still can happen.
It's
I think it's the IP cost. It's the licensing cost is the issue. Ordinarily, at $60, they would definitely sell much more, and they'll have guaranteed success. I'm sure it's most likely the IP cost is why they have to sell for 70, because it might be a similar arrangement to the Spider-Man one with PlayStation. It can't be that expensive, but it's going to be a similar kind of share where Amazon is actually going to be getting a lot of money. Definitely, they have to actually gouge us as much as possible. So I think that's the reason why it's IP. Yeah.
What's that Marvel game? Marvel 1943 or something like that?
Oh my God!
Off topic.
I don't even believe it's coming out
if that
anymore.
game comes out at the same time as this,
So if that comes out at the same time, I'm sorry, Double O. I'm gonna play with. I can't say it that way. I'm gonna play as Captain America.
It's not happening.
Black Panther.
It's not happening.
I'm there.
This game is getting canceled.
Why
I feel it. I don't know why.
I hope not, dude. I've been looking forward to this one, dude.
Every other freaking, like, the Rise of Hydra, it just feels like it's one of those games that was told to us super early, and it's just...
yeah.
I am telling you.
No gameplay.
No gameplay
reveal.
It has
no demos.
really,
no one was talking about it at Gamescom.
Like,
it wasn't at Gamescom.
No. Like,
but Captain America and freaking Black Panther got me, dude. I'm sorry, because they were around that era, and he was. It's like if you look at the comic books,
that's what
man.
I'm talking about. And announcing games way too early.
Yes.
That's exactly. It's going to be frustrating. I understand why some people get so pissed when games get cancelled. Oh,
War's finally
in the house. Yeah,
finally, jeez.
Yeah, he came in at the very tail end. We're about to wrap up. Oh man! Hey, what was that game that y'all had mentioned earlier? You had sent it in the Discord, actually. The Jotun, whatever.
Jotunheim or so. What? Jotun Slayer. Yeah, Jotun Slayer.
Jotun Slayer. Okay.
Jotun Slayer.
And it's very cheap. I think that should be what, $10 or what? It's $30 in Australia, so it should be.
It's $20 here.
US.
It's
so it's $30. Yeah.
Full release out September 3rd. That's today. All right. Okay. I was just looking, just because I'm looking for something to play tonight, and but I'd rather be late because when I'm early, my missus.
Play this.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do that.
Play this,
that's the game that we're gonna get. Y'all have done amazing, so that's the game that I'm gonna go ahead and get. We're gonna try that. We're gonna play it. Let me get it downloaded. We got to keep talking though for about 20-30 minutes, maybe 20. It's a small game. And then I'll be good to stop this and switch over. So let's talk about this, because Rise of Hydra has been a game that I have been hyped about from the very mention of it. I am a very, very simple person. If you put Marvel's IP on something, I'm going to try it if I have access to it. I tried the newest mobile game that came out. Right. I don't give a shit. I tried Marvel Rivals. I've tried any mobile game that has come out with Marvel on it. Strike Force, Mutant Mayhem, Contest of Champions. I played for 7 years. Or 6 years. If you put Marvel IP on something, I will give it a shot. Hell, I played a massively multiplayer online Marvel game called Marvel Heroes Omega that was a PC game that ended up getting ported over to the PlayStation with a Deadpool Founders Pack. I bought the Founders Pack for $20, got my brother to buy it as well, who's 5 years older than me, and we literally were able to game for the first time since we were kids. It was such a blast. And then it came out that the dude was a real bad sleazeball at the top, and Disney, this was back when they had morals, or at least had to keep them up publicly, was like, hey, we can't have you attached to anything that we own. So they shut down and revoked the license and did all of that, so the game went away. But I say all that to say this, all you have to do is put Marvel IP on it, and I'm going to try it out. The only one I haven't tried out is the card one. Midnight, whatever. Midnight Murder.
Suns?
Midnight Suns. That's the only one I haven't tried out. But like, oh my gosh, I hope that this game does. So there's a big rumor around. People are being Nostradamus over here, saying that there's going to be a showcase right around the time of Tokyo Game Show. I'm super proud of these people for just saying the same shit they've said the past 4 years. But if this game is not showed there and it's supposed to come out in Q1 of next year, I call bullshit.
It's done. It's done. I don't want to say it, but true. It's true. A lot of times with what's going on.
You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I would be disappointed because I would love to play as both these characters. Some of my two favorite characters.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm more of an Iron Man fan. I've always been since I was younger than Iron Man and Spider-Man than others really. But I do like Black Panther a lot also. But the thing is, they revealed this game with basically a tech demo on graphics, and we're all in awe. True, and at the time they revealed it was the right time in terms of hype. But once that happened and we didn't see a gameplay, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, and then they postponed without any showing at Gamescom, it really doesn't make me feel that the game is going to come out soon or at all, like Thrifty has said. But I don't want to admit that it might be completely cancelled because Amy Hennig is having the same career trajectory as Jade Raymond. That ever since Jade left Ubisoft, it's been more or less downhill. Ever since Amy left, what's it called, Naughty Dog, it's been she had a 1313, Star Wars 1313, we didn't come out, and after that it was downhill. So it's like she seems to have either bad luck or what's happening is sometimes people leave an environment and their success was not because of them, but because of the environment they were in. So if this doesn't come out, then it basically is the end of. It's the public end of a career. It might not be the end of a career, but publicly it's the end of a career, and we're going to be so sad if it doesn't come out. Majority of my, because that's a sure seller. That's a game that may not rival Spider-Man in terms of the amount of sales, but could rival it in terms of hype if the story is good and the graphics stays as good as it is.
Watch. If
I
this,
would get the collector's edition of this thing.
I was about to say
Spider-Man,
I already
18-inch Spider-Man one, the Venom. I got that too.
Yeah, I got that too.
Right next to
I
it.
look at that every day and I'm so happy.
Yes, me too.
I will tell y'all this, Hero. I think you underestimate what this Marvel IP could do if you give people Black Panther and don't fuck it up, and you give people Captain America and equally don't fuck it up. All you have to do,
Two sides, yeah.
all you have to do is stay true to the source material, and you have everything you need. 1943 is perfect. As a matter of fact, they could very easily take the angle where Captain America gets brainwashed and joins Hydra, and then Black Panther has to take him down. That is something that happened in the comics. And it's something that happened
they're
in the
doing that in the
comics
movies
recently.
too. You know that, right?
Yes,
They're
because
going to be doing it in a movie coming up.
yes, because it's something that happened recently in the comics. Literally, they went back and replayed this part of the story in the comics, and like they have such an opportunity here. But with every other big budget game that we've seen, not every other, that's hyperbole. With a lot that this is going to take the same route. Settings, performance metrics on streams so that they are good, 60 FPS, 0 frame drop.